Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast, aka the Rag Company Q&A Thursday, where today it's not just myself, Dane Hennon, or Levi Gates, or Anthony Fisher. There's an extra one of us here today. Juan Gonzales, welcome to the show. Yay! Oh, everybody loves Juan. So, Juan?
I even love myself.
Oh, you even love yourself. That's always good.
Right.
Self-esteem is good. That's great.
That's what we like to see here.
So,
Nice positive
guys. What's
approach.
up?
All right, Dane. Well, thanks for having me here as your fellow housekeeper, your local housekeeper, right?
Housekeeping.
I just do a little bit of keeping, a little bit of sweeping, a little bit of weeping, a little bit of TPing.
That's kind of a weird.
One the result of another?
Yeah.
Oh,
So this week, right, we're coming out of still the Black Friday madness, right, of last week, which is just absolutely insane, Cyber Monday. So I believe I think we're almost caught up on orders.
I was just in the warehouse.
Yeah.
They are still running full bore.
Are they?
Getting those orders out.
They've been doing an amazing job.
But it looks like they're starting to slow. The stack of orders was only about that thick.
Okay.
So
what was that?
Wow.
That all.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So I think they're finally catching up, but realistically, I think it's still going to be a push into today and into Friday to really catch up from all the orders.
Sure.
You guys really blew that Cyber Monday sale out of the water.
It was nuts.
It was crazy.
it was
You guys
nuts.
are animals.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it was one thing to kind of blow the doors open on Friday and have the influx of orders for the doorbusters.
With all those
Everybody that
doorbusters,
were wanting to get on that, and then doorbusters sold out, and then that was gone. And then Monday came around with another batch of more doorbusters that were $2 products, $3 products, $5 products. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that there was somebody like Jamie the cleaner that ended up buying I think it was 500 clay bars.
Something like that. It was
I'm like,
very
Jamie, that
strange.
is insane. You'll never use that many clay bars in your lifetime.
Yeah.
And he was like,
no, he's pretty much set for the next.
and then in
50
a southern
years.
accent, he said, "Try me, Anthony."
Oh, okay.
He did say
Dangerous
that.
words.
Yeah. So, with that said, though, it was a great time. It was a good time, and we're still ripping on those orders. So, what are you able to look forward to here in the next week, possibly 2 weeks?
Well, it's December now,
it is.
so
Merry Christmas.
want everybody to know the Toyota Day Sale-a-thon or
It's
Toyota-thon.
Toyota-thon. And Honda Days.
And Honda Days are going.
Yeah.
Are
they're-
they?
It's that time of the year,
Okay.
right? Season of giving at Toyota.
So
Lots of percentage discounts, things like that.
lease options.
Probably
December to
lease
remember.
options as well,
Yeah.
just in case you're in the market for a new Toyota. I know Dane's always in the market for a new Toyota, hence his Toyota shirt.
I do really like this hoodie.
But no, we've got. It's the weather's getting cooler.
Yeah.
For those of you in the northern parts of the country, it's probably getting a little freezing. I know Juan is a little. You're not more north than us. You're southern than us, but you're at a higher elevation,
It is.
and so you get more chances of snow.
Oh, we
And-
already got snow.
Yeah, so we haven't even gotten snow yet.
That's crazy. So, we
But
so
time for Yeti buckets.
Yeti buckets.
Warm O&R.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting by the fire, giving your vehicle a nice little O&R bath. Maybe busting out the
Sounds
McCullough
relaxing.
steamer.
Ooh.
Yep.
Get that air.
The cracks and
Little-
crevices.
Yeah, get the steam going. Get that hot O&R.
I like
Yeah.
all these things that you're saying.
Nothing better than a warm night in the garage.
Yeah, no, I like all these things. So, so Christmas sales coming up, right? Some things to look forward to. Possibly like a Days of Christmas thing that we might have. I know that there was a lot of people that ordered on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but then there's also people that were like, "Hey, I'm gonna."
That's a giant bug.
What is that?
Oh, it's just like might be a weevil or something.
A what?
It's not a camel
Beetle,
spider.
It's a.
It's some kind of beetle.
It is a beetle. Of sorts.
Beetlejuice.
Anyway,
Well,
So back to
sorry.
us saying,
That's
so I know there's some people that missed out on the sales.
Yeah.
So keep in mind Christmas is still right around the corner. And if you didn't pick up gifts, right, for your significant others, or maybe somebody special in your life that wants some detailing products, or maybe just for yourself, there's still plenty of time. We're trying to restock on products. What we're trying to do though, right now,
no,
that's a big thing for us.
That's what they're doing right now outside. Big order of P&S stuff came in just now. They were breaking it up, splitting it up to where it needed to go in the warehouse. A lot of stuff going in and out. It's just it's chaos
it's a recovery
here.
period right
Pretty
now.
much, yeah. a lot
Well,
of stuff.
but we are hopefully just a week away from receiving some new Coach Chemi products.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed there, right? That the shipment gets to us, in a timely manner.
Yeah.
But things to look forward to: Active Foam in the 5-liter size. Super foam in the 5-liter size. And then lastly, wash and finish in the 5-liter size. So 3 killer products that we're really excited from Koch that I can't wait for you guys to try. Seriously, Active Foam, it's an experience. It
so
really
good.
is.
So good.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into some, I guess, much needed questions. Right?
Yeah, I wanted to say real quick, we still haven't heard of an update from Luke Berge as to how his condition his sister's doing. So we just wanted everybody to know, his sister was involved in a serious car accident.
Very serious.
And it's a very, very bad car wreck. So just, again, thoughts and prayers out to Luke and his family in this time. So for those of you that missed the live yesterday and didn't hear that part, reach out, hit him up on the TRC podcast discussion group page, or just reach out to Luke and just let him know you're thinking about him and his family. All right, let's get started.
Starting off with Alex Dewar. All right. Happy Friday Eve. Great live yesterday. Was happy to catch it. Hope everyone is having an awesome week so far. You know what? It's been pretty good.
It has been good.
Pretty good.
The only thing I wish I would have done was pre-cut my fender before I put it on. Because now I got a lot of other cutting I got to do that I didn't even think about on the other fender that was already cut.
What do you
made
mean?
for a good show.
You didn't cut it?
I didn't cut anything. There's a lot of rubbing going on.
Oh, yeah, your plastics that you're rubbing on. Yeah.
Should have cut all that prior.
You still can do it.
I know, but I don't want to take the fender back off to do something.
Well, you don't have to take the fender off to do that.
I know, but it would have been easier. I'm just saying.
Just grab a Dremel.
I've got an angle grinder.
I said the same thing with the Dremel. He's like, no.
So, does anybody ever actually feel comfortable using a Dremel?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Like with
a circular
cutting
saw.
with a cutting wheel.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, a circular saw.
Yeah.
So I've never felt comfortable using a Dremel with a cutting wheel.
I once made an entire sign for John Francie, friend of John Francie's.
Yeah.
Out of steel.
Yeah.
Plasma cut it all out, grinded it all up, used a Dremel to kind of shape up some of the tighter areas and things like that. Beautiful sign.
So
Beautiful
what
metal
happens?
sign.
Have you ever had a grinding disc, a metal disc on a Dremel, actually break off into pieces?
Yeah.
So I've had
All the
that.
time.
I too
where
have watched Hot Rod.
It flies in my face. I've also
Well, that's
had
why
it
you have a face shield, Anthony.
Yeah,
Wear
I was gonna say,
with a
wear
small
face
Dremel.
protection.
It doesn't seem like that's really a needed
well, at
thing.
least wear safety
It
goggles.
spins at high RPMs,
Yeah.
man. You got to
Put
be
some
careful
safety
with that
goggles
stuff.
over your
Anyway,
glasses.
just
Yeah.
talking about a bad experience I once had. Alex Duar says, "Happy Friday Eve."
We already read
Great-
Yep,
oh,
we
never
already got
mind.
that. We got Dan Pfeiffer up
Dan
next
Pfeiffer, who says, "Good afternoon and word up from Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Dane, how many cars do you own this week?" I love that question.
Shock upon shock. I didn't buy any new cars this week, so gotcha. But you know who did?
Not me.
Oh!
Not me. Moving on. We don't. I don't want to give it away. It's a secret. I gotta get it. I have
I
to
just
make
like
sure.
throwing the teas
I
out
have to
there.
make sure it runs first.
Yeah. Dan
follows
Pfeiffer,
up.
when and why would I choose to use Active Foam versus GSF? Very happy with GSF for weekly maintenance washing. Then stick with it, Dan. Active Foam is going to become one of those products that you're going to use if you need to strip, if you need to really decontaminate, if you want to just reset everything.
Yeah.
That's really the beauty of that stuff. So, or you're doing detailing on the side. I see it as I wouldn't need GSF at home if I'm running a little detail shop out of my garage. I'll just use Active Foam for every car that comes in because I'm probably going to be protecting it. Probably going to be polishing it. Probably going to be doing any of that stuff. So I'm not going to need that as much. Now, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it for maintenance washes for GSF. I'll use it then, or I'll use it for my own personal cars that are maybe protected already, just to maintain.
Yeah, I like that.
That's fair.
We have Rick Heine says, "What up, TRC crew? Just wanted to say, Twist and Shout is the best drying towel ever."
They're great towels.
Oh, Rick, those are
They don't
fighting
get a lot
words
of
right
love,
now
but they
amongst
are
maybe
great.
other people that are fans of the Gauntlets,
Yeah, I would
the
say
Liquidators,
Gauntlets and Liquidators,
Dry Me Rivers,
Twist and
Pluffles.
Shouts,
Oh yeah.
Dry Me River. Yeah.
What about you, Juan?
Liquidators.
Juan
Liquidator?
found an avalanche sitting in the building here and goes, "What's this new towel?" And I said, "Pull.
Yes.
That's
Yes, I
an
didn't
old
know.
That's
towel,
one of the
brother.
old
That's,
That's
towels.
our baby blanket.
that's what baby blankets now is
Wrap
what
up
those
your
are.
wrap up your loved ones in that, and you
Yeah.
hold them on tight.
Yeah, that's right.
Right size.
Speaking of wrapping up your loved ones, I did watch and finish WandaVision last
Oh,
night.
good.
Better than expected.
See, the
Right,
ending,
the last-
it changes
the
when
last
you go
bit
further.
is
Well,
way
no,
better.
just don't even watch episode first through
Right.
4 or 5.
Yeah, you
just
don't-
start there.
Yeah.
We were wasting all that time
Yeah.
for no reason.
No, 1, 2, 3, just skip.
Anyways, so I guess you could say what happens.
The parts where they
what happens
experimented and
Vision.
tried to do something different.
I
and no
started
one
watching
appreciated it. Got it.
Hawkeye. First 3 episodes.
Like it.
Really good. Loved
Good,
it.
right?
Really
It's
liked
good.
it.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's cute. Jamie the Cleaner says the happiest Friday Eves to the TRC gang.
Hey.
Thanks, Jamie.
And then go ahead and take this one, Dane.
Grant, day 316, and my family is still stuck in Anthony's prison loft listening to a moan about a leaking BMW and dad groans. Please like, share, and subscribe to all TRC media. And what I assume he trails off to say is, so that my family can be saved.
Grant, so I checked on them last week. They moved to a different side of my house.
Oh.
So they were right above the garage, but I think with the colder months, they wanted to be in a more insulated area.
Yeah.
I
So
told them, be careful, it's itchy over there. Right?
Itchy.
And I kind of heard some mumblings. I'm not really sure what it was.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an accent from your region of the world is what
Okay.
it was, right? Which was kind of funny, right? Because you can never know if if they're serious or if it's just really dry humor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You really can't be sure. All right, Lil Fox here. I purchased 3 Detail Guards brand grit guards and 5-gallon buckets from 3 different stores to have 3 different colors. All 3 grit guards constantly float to the top, defeating their purpose.
Yeah, so that could be because of the variation on the buckets. That's one thing that a lot of people don't realize.
Oh.
So the thing about the detail guards guard basically is it's a compression fitting. It's designed to fit at a certain angle. So
Gotcha.
if it's perfectly in my Yeti bucket,
Okay.
I have that same issue when I put it in a standard 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
Yep.
It takes a while. The other thing you do is warm it up and kind of flex if you got a heat
Flex
gun
the little legs.
and pull those legs out a little bit
Yeah.
on it, and then it'll fit. You want it to be almost tight to the bottom when it gets in there. So
It's like a warm-up stretch. Before,
yeah, it's a lot of that, and it's has nothing to do with the size of it. It's the right size. It's the buckets.
Gotcha.
Each bucket manufacturer, if you notice,
It's a very slight taper.
yeah, some have a slight taper, some don't. Some
Oh,
have
yeah, there are
thinner
some that are
walls.
just, like,
some don't
straight.
have. Some have thinner walls. Some have thicker walls. There's a lot of variations when it comes to different buckets.
But I've
Just
never
find the
seen
right
like
bucket.
a traditional
Yeah.
OG grit guard ever float. At least in my experience, has that happened to
Well,
you?
it's
or-
because of it's a lot of it is the way that they're shaped.
Okay.
It's just where it pushes and stuff. But
Okay.
I just know that grab a heat gun, heat up those 3 corners, just pull them a little bit.
Spin them.
You just want them out a little bit, and then shove it in, and then you shouldn't have any problems.
He follows up.
Says I make sure they're firmly at the bottom of the bucket, but it makes no difference. Yeah, so it's just the buckets that you're using.
Change the bucket.
Either change the bucket or just flex your legs out a little more so there's a little more tension on it. So
a little more flair.
yeah.
Like office.
Umberto saying, hello, TRC team. Decon Detailing saying, what's up, fellas? My Black Friday package should be arriving today, filled with many liquidators. Very nice.
Nice.
Smart move.
Optical Clarity saying, hey, what's up? Hope you guys doing well. Can't wait for the holiday deals.
We just had a bunch.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Like a
Mike C
bunch.
says, is it silly or unconventional to clean a 1-inch hybrid pad with a pad washer? If so, is compressed air the only option to clean the pad of such small size?
No.
No, you can blow it out. You can hit it with your brush. You can...
Mike,
Compressed
it's
air
so
is
small.
good dry.
I literally take it off. I spray it with a little bit of APC, run it underneath my sink really quick, squeeze out the water, take a towel, blot dry it, put it
Yeah,
back
you're
in the
done.
machine.
Yeah, it's so small.
Like I'll
1-inch
It-
pads
it-
are the easiest
well,
ones. to
that
clean.
takes me like all of maybe 20 seconds
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. So give that a shot. Grant and Hotry says, what does
Marcellus Wallace.
look like?
It's from Pulp Fiction.
I was going to say.
Decon Detailing. What's on everyone's Christmas list? Neat ideas for myself and my family members. Well, my children have asked for new bikes
Really?
Ooh.
and other things, accoutrements.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting 1 or 2 things for my wife, but I haven't asked her for anything. And we made a rule that we weren't going to buy anything this year when we were building out our budget. Was we were going to zero it out and maybe find something that the 2 of us would like together.
Yeah.
And then she went and bought some stuff.
Oh.
So now I'm torn. Do I buy her something, or do I just sit back and say, I've still got the note,
Yeah.
where we said we're not buying each other anything.
Yeah.
Here's a candy bar for your stocking.
You
Sound
almost
good?
feel like the gift is a form of punishment.
That's a
Right.
good one.
Yeah, sound about right. That's what we're doing that's what we're doing.
Rude.
You know, our Christmas.
What if you
What are you
got
doing?
her? Actually, a pretty good idea. Like some type of fruit arrangement. You know, like what's that called?
Edible
An edible
arrangement?
creation.
Yeah, an edible creation.
arrangement.
Maybe like an
Yeah.
assortment of fruits on it.
I tried that our first anniversary.
Yeah.
I was chewed out for that
Okay.
because my wife does not eat fruit.
Also,
Oh.
they're very
And
expensive.
Well,
she
maybe
was
if it was
mad
a
at me that
vegetable arrangement, she would have liked
she doesn't
it.
eat vegetables either.
So maybe if
What's
it was,
left?
what if it was like a
Some sort of
Bacon
bacon pop.
pops,
She'd
yeah.
probably
Bacon
enjoy
pops.
that. Some sort of bacon pop
yeah?
or meat bouquet.
Wow.
Does she like smoked meats at all?
No.
Or more of like
she likes roasted, oven roasted. She's
oven
not a
roasted.
big smoked meats.
But is she a lunch meat kind of lady?
She loves lunch meats.
Yeah, I
She
kind of
loves
figured so.
bologna.
This is sounding
loves
as vanilla
turkey.
as a
Yeah.
50s
Smoked,
cafeteria
not
right
smoked,
now.
oven roasted.
Not a spam kind of lady though.
Nah, well, I'm sure if I made it the right way.
Yeah.
This is
so
very
with that
vanilla.
said, though, I mean, it sounds like you have some
Hamburgers.
good ideas and maybe things that you can get her, but
Maybe I'll buy her a smoker for myself.
I
Oh,
for
yeah.
myself. But I mean, for
I
her.
bought you a gift, but it's actually mine.
so I
Get it embroidered.
I
would
bought
love
you
it.
what I
I
wanted.
would love a smoker.
Me too. I cooked the ham on my brother-in-law's
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving, and I was like, "Oh, I need one of these."
Well, I asked my
He's
wife.
got like 5 of them.
Well, I asked my wife last year. I said, "Hey, can you get me a sous vide cooker?"
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Those
yeah, sous vide.
are cool.
She said, "Why don't you just go boil your meat on your own on the stove?"
Right.
I said, "It's not the same. It's not cooked at a precise temperature." And she says, "Do you really care?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Just try to boil some meat and see what happens." I'm like, "This is disgusting." She's like, "Your idea is disgusting."
Ask Bailey and Kelly are out there right now. Ask one of them how they like their sous vide. They absolutely love it.
Oh,
Like,
I
it's
would,
awesome.
Dane. I would sous vide the world. I would
wow.
sous vide spam. I would sous vide hot dogs. I would sous vide a,
It sounds
a
like so
variety
many
of
lawyers
meats,
involved.
right? The thing is that there's a lot of people that appreciate good smoked meats here and good, well cooked meats here, right?
Get a
One of them is
Traeger
actually
out.
behind the screen over here.
Yeah.
Nick loves quality meats.
He's a meat aficionado.
He is. He knows a good meat when he sees one. Juan, Christmas. What do you want on your wish list?
Putting you
Wow.
on
A
the
new
spot.
polisher.
No, actually.
Do you want to? Maybe you want a new truck for Christmas.
Well, we already got that.
Oh.
That was a Black Friday deal.
that was
was
my
a
Black
Black
Friday
Friday
deal. We got a.
We don't include that in the Christmas realm.
No, I mean, I know what my kid wants. My son wants the Wally.
Yeah.
Oh, Wally.
Little toy, or I guess.
It's like a toy of Wally,
the
the
Wally,
Pixar
the-
character.
The character or whatever.
He wants it Turbo Man.
Little robot.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's 5 years old, by
Yeah.
the way. He's
Jingle
not-
All the Way. I haven't seen that in so long.
It's a great movie.
terrible,
you
but I
should let your
remember
kids
loving
watch
it
Jingle
anyway.
All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Sinbad
It's
versus
got
Arnold
Turbo Man, the
Schwarzenegger.
red, the red doll.
What year was that?
It was
When
like-
did they come out? It was like in
90
1997
7 or 8, 97 or 8.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was pretty
Back
cool.
when
yeah.
Brendan Fraser was still popular. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brendan
Yeah,
Fraser was in that movie.
No, he wasn't. I'm just saying. I think in the era of movies, that's right around the time
Dane,
when
what do
Mummy
you want
was
for
big.
Christmas? What can we get for you?
I was thinking like massage chair accessories.
I mean, that
Ooh,
sounds
there you
wonderful. If I'm honest, I'm really looking to accessorize the van. I love this
Ooh,
van so
okay.
much. I want to just go nuts on it. I want to
It's
get
the
like
best
move
thing Dane ever
bumpers
bought.
for it.
Yeah.
Seriously, and what's going to be really cool?
I can't wait for the white diamond vinyl on it. It's gonna look good.
Nice.
I mean, what's going to be
Install
really cool
massagers
is
in the back recliners.
once that car gets done up, right? I'm telling you, bamboo floor mats inside there.
man. Oh, my
It would
God.
just be.
Really?
It would be sick. It would be
Really
awesome.
different. Yeah.
It'd
Bamboo
be cool.
floor mats, tea trays. I've got like LED.
Or we're
strip
not trying to
lighting around the whole-
appropriate somebody else's culture
blue
here, but I
vinyl wrap on
mean,
the
we,
top.
we
I
admire it.
I'm
It would
giving
be
it the
cool.
VIP treatment.
Yeah. Well, Levi being the only person of us that's actually gone to Japan,
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
actually give us some pointers on what we've done and what we've done wrong.
They're about, my pointers are probably about 23, 24 years old.
Well, that's fine because that's how old that
But they're
van
from
is.
the best time period.
Yeah.
The best time period in Japanese vehicle history.
2000,
So,
the
yeah.
year 2000.
Right at the end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000s. Perfect.
Turn of the century. So,
All
yeah.
right, that's enough of that. We got
move on.
comments to get to.
yeah.
Neil White, good afternoon, TRC. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you, man. Cameron Mazzina saying, hey, everybody, hope you're built. Where are you going, Dean?
See, I had to go to another page.
Oh,
We
okay.
talked for so long.
Oh, TRC saying, are you going to do a Christmas Eve live stream stream like you did last year. That really made my day.
That
Neil,
was really fun.
We are probably not going to do Christmas Eve, but we're going to do the 23rd, which is the Thursday before Christmas
as close
Eve.
as we could get.
Closest we can get. So we'll probably do that. So
The weather outside will definitely be weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys
And,
get snow here?
Sometimes.
I mean,
Time to time.
here?
Sometimes.
At least
So-
once or twice a year it'll happen, but how long
Yeah.
it sticks
We
around.
didn't get
is
any comments about how the fact we have a turbo razor out in the studio right now.
Everybody
that we've
just keeps
that
wondering
we've been
about
kind
that
of cleaning up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if snow drops while that thing's still inside here, see you guys outside.
Yeah.
We'll be
Hard
ripping
part
on
is
we
it.
just got done
sold to
detailing
somebody,
it.
Adam.
Adam saying Happy Friday Eve. What's up, TRC?
Hey, hey.
What's up, man? Poet saying Happy Friday Eve, boys. What's up? And Ricardo B, Happy Friday Eve, TRC.
Thank
What's
you,
up?
everybody. Moving on. Got
And then Scott, good afternoon. Enjoying a sunny 75-degree December day in Colorado with the TRC Q&A on the headphones. Life is good.
Hey, we're
wow,
glad
that's
you're
awesome,
here
man.
with us.
Yeah. Enjoy
In
that,
audio
that
form.
weather.
Oh,
Mini Suvir.
Ooh.
Just got some of my Black Friday order with more still to come. Also purchased the IK Foam Sprayer 2.0 and the Sprayer Pro
Nice.
2.0. Can't wait to use them.
Nice.
Those are great purchases.
Cute pups, too.
Shefferman, good afternoon all. It's 75 in Denver, 77 here in southwestern
Oh,
What
Florida.
is going on?
Colorado people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who's out there warming everything?
The sun, I think.
Oh,
Han says, happy all-day Anthony Day, TRC.
what does that even mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
and
man.
then Cameron, hey everyone, as I build my ever-evolving detailing arsenal, I've been having trouble staying organized. How do you guys prefer to organize all your towels, tools, and chemicals?
It's a great question, Cameron. You can check out our garage tours
Yeah.
available at the
Ooh,
Rag
let's see how
Company
we've done it.
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Right.
check it
Awesome
out. See
series.
how
You
we've
check
done
out Gabe's organization,
Yeah.
mine, Levi's, Dane's.
it. Yeah,
Mine's a
Sydney's.
cautionary tale.
Sydney's.
You don't need mine.
Yeah.
A lot of good ideas.
Biggest thing is totes. Grab yourself a
Yeah.
few totes, and that's how you start. And get yourself some shelving so that you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
No, that's
I
true.
agree. And
Actually-
keep your horizontal surfaces free of clutter.
Oh,
That
mine are
is
so
the
bad
hardest
right now.
one to do, but
Mine
if
are
you
so
can
bad.
manage
mine
that,
look like Dane's.
if you can manage
Dane's
keeping
is
your
pretty
horizontal
bad.
surfaces clear, you've solved
I have, like,
90% of the clutter
jackets
problem.
and
Oh
old
my,
DVDs.
Dane, why do you have 150 different copies of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit covering every surface?
Each one is a different edition. They're different. They're unique. They're special.
Games
Also,
for the original Xbox.
Also, on the FAQ channel, there's actually a towel storage video as
Yeah.
well that talks about that pretty well. So
Yeah.
might look for that as well.
Shefferman, how's TRC's supply chain holding up? Any product issues to report?
We try to stay ahead of the curve, but
So,
it's not always perfect.
basically, we keep a very large inventory of product. That's one of the things that we do best,
more
primarily
than
because we
most
sell so much.
retailers.
So we keep a very long amount in the sense because towels, as long as they're dry, they're fine. So we can keep and store those for a very long time. As to liquids, chemicals, we haven't had an issue. Pricing has gone up for certain shipping items.
Yeah.
From our factories, the hardest issue that has hit us is the fact that we are continually finishing product. It's getting loaded into a container. That container is then sitting on the dock, waiting to be loaded onto a cargo ship, and it's literally just queuing. It's waiting in line until that can get there. Now, as that container has been sitting, another container is finished and is getting in line behind it. So that's been happening as there has been limited use of boats. Now, we go through Port of Seattle, so we haven't had a heavy issue
Yeah, we don't have to deal with California's
with the port
harbors.
systems or blockages or
Yeah.
things like that. So we go through Seattle, so it's not as bad. However, we do have
It's
a
still bad
large
at
back
times.
order of stuff that is done, that is sitting and waiting or on the water. So that's our biggest thing. But we do have a lot of product in stock usually.
Well, and
most
a
of the
lot
time.
of the
So-
competition does like just-in-time style
Correct,
deliveries
yeah.
where they don't want to have a big operation with a bunch of people and stuff. So you have a smaller building, you don't have to store as much, and it works great in normal years. But
Correct.
when this kind of thing happens, those guys get screwed up. And that's
Yeah.
where we were fortunate that we were going another direction where we were trying to build out and really build up our stock and inventory when others may have been trying to downsize, that it actually worked in our
Yep,
favor in the
exactly.
end.
So-
if you guys need stuff, we usually have it.
We do have a
Many
update
don't.
that clay towels are on the way.
That is the one that everybody wants to
Within
know
the
about.
next month,
Yeah.
we should have a restock of the Ultra Clay Towel, which I know people have been waiting for. It has been months and months that we've been out. So
Yeah.
be ready for those. Chris Crawford, love to hear that you guys are in my area.
Yeah.
Chris, stop by.
Yeah.
Any chance of a retail store in Boise or Meridian? So, Chris, we used to have a retail store here
Chinden.
on the site. Here we had it in Chinden, then we moved to this building. We had it here. COVID, we basically repurposed our storefront into a packing room, and we moved everything out to our fulfillment space. So
There hasn't been a store.
here's what's up. If you're here in Boise, reach out to us, call the store, talk to me, email levi@theragcompany.com or anthony@theragcompany.com or even Dane. Reach out to us. Tell us when you want to come down. Come down. We'll give you a tour. Totally fine. You come hang out with us. So,
Yeah.
Ryan Rigdon, happy Friday Eve, TRC. Received my first Black Friday shipment from you guys today. Awesome, dude. Congrats.
Congrats.
Oh, man. Anthony.
We got Alex Duar saying, Warmo and R, some thick socks, a latte. What a weekend.
Oh,
I hear a little Ramsey Lewis playing in the background.
Little PSL.
Yeah. Ooh, a little PSL. That sounds pretty nice,
Good
right?
stuff.
Nice,
Oh,
cozy
hey,
garage.
it's Dan. We had an Indian summer in Alaska this week. I thought it
my
said
God.
negative 40
degrees
degrees
warmer.
warmer, and I was confused. 40 degrees warmer. It was 24 degrees
Wow.
Fahrenheit.
I
Oh,
thought
man.
it was negative 40.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It was
Wait.
like,
So wait, that's 40 degrees warmer than normal? So that's normally what?
he's making a
It
joke,
was
but he's
negative
also
20.
suffering
It's
in
like
silence.
negative 18.
It's
Is
that's a
it
hard-
really?
Or negative 16.
Damn, why would you move there? Why would you do that? Sounds
Yeah.
tough.
I've never looked at his avatar picture up close before, but it looks like somebody grafted an Audi A or S4 front end onto like a Toyota Chaser body. It doesn't look like the actual car. It's
Well,
very
it looks like an
confusing.
older Audi.
Unless it's an
It's
Audi A8 or S8, because that's the only one that
Like the
proportionally
wheels.
is that
Who
long.
knows?
It's weird.
We
but it
got
looks like an A4.
here
Stillies.
Stillies.
So Andy saying, finally able to catch a Q&A, not working, not fishing, so stoked to chill and say happy Friday Eve. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it. He's been sending me pictures of these bass he's been catching.
Wow.
Some
Big old
delicious
bass.
bass. I might pull one up. He just sent
Has
me one that
he?
he sent me today.
Are they wide mouth or what's the difference between
Look at
these
these bad
bass and
boys.
normal bass?
Wow.
Oh, that's a big
10
fishy.
pounders.
Oh my
is a big
god.
fish.
So if you get it, so you guys get that?
There you go.
So
There we
when
go.
you catch something that big, you're typically probably releasing it.
Yeah.
I want to eat that.
I think he's eating them.
I want to
But,
eat that is what I want to do.
There you go.
Is that wrong?
Yeah. Ken Jeeper saying, has anyone figured out the amount of GS added to GSF to equal active snow foam?
So
On the back of GSF, it basically tells you that what
so
you can do.
can not
It's still not gonna be exact.
really. Yeah, I mean, basically, active snow foam has a pH of what 9?
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is. When you start mixing chemicals with different pH levels, it doesn't always cancel. It doesn't always.
Well, it
move
doesn't
the needle.
actually move the
It
needle.
doesn't actually move the needle like you think it's going to. It just gives you a little bit more of that kind of cleaning power.
Like let's
from
say
that.
you put out of 1,000 milliliters, you put 200 milliliters of snow foam, and you put 300 milliliters of GS of Green Star into your foam cannon, and the rest water. The normal pH of the GSF is like a 7.
Yeah.
It's only going to bump it to maybe a 7.8 or an 8.2.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
And if you're a 50-50, where you're 500 milliliters of GSF and 500 milliliters of Green Star,
Yeah.
you're still only going to be at that 8,
Well,
7,
I would just say,
7.8, 8.2.
Ken, give it a week, and hopefully we'll have active foam.
Yeah.
And active foam is coming in at a pretty affordable price point, and so I would say if you can, wait for that.
Yeah.
Mixing makes sense if you have those separate products already and you just want to get something close to it. But if you're looking for the exact results of Active Foam, you're going to have to turn to Active Foam directly to really ensure you get what
Yeah.
you're looking for.
David Cervantes says, "What's up, guys? Friday Eve, happy Friday
Hey,
Eve."
hey.
Thanks,
So,
man. Hope you're doing good. Andy popping in again saying, hey, guys, Andy into house.
Hey.
Alex, when using a Dremel, my brain always thinks this is going to explode.
Yeah,
It
any
does
rapidly
explode.
spinning
No,
sharp
it's
object.
it's not always the disc itself too. It's the inner metal clamp that you.
Oh yeah, you feel like it's just gonna loosen
Yes,
up.
well, no, it does. It will. It will straight up break through, and it is sketchy, man. Dremels. It is like a hot rod situation where it's like, bam, angle grinder, hit me in the face.
All I can think of is hot rod. The horrible accident that happens.
Juan, don't say that. We don't need that crazy nut running around.
Who's he talking about?
That was in response to a while ago, I think, talking
Okay.
about the family trapped in his attic.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Aaron's popping in. As someone who is in Southern California, Los Angeles, how do you guys keep detailing in
Negative
in winter,
degree winter.
in a heavy snowy area? In my business model, it would be off-season detail.
Oh, here we go.
Negative
That's why
degree,
Juan's all
yeah.
season.
All season
why-
detail,
So,
man. There's
this
no
guy's
off season.
literally-
all
that's his
season
business name.
detail. Yeah, we were mobile for
Yeah. So,
all the years.
general
what do you
experience.
do?
what's
So how
it
do
like?
you
You're
do
in a
it when
place
you've
that
got
snows a
6
lot.
inches of snow on the ground
Yeah.
and it's 30 degrees?
Okay, first of all, have you heard of snow plowers? So they clean the
Yeah.
roads first.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That happens.
So the driveways will be clean, but you will still have snow. There's actually pictures in my Facebook page where I'm actually steam cleaning the interior while next to the big mountains of snow.
Yeah.
That they just pushed out of the vehicles. So interior detailing, if you're going to be doing interior, you don't want to use like typically a lot of people would use a Tornador
Yeah.
to clean. You don't want to use that because
You'll
all the
freeze.
product is going to freeze. And I actually did a video using it and it just freezes. It doesn't just throw nothing.
Yeah.
So you want to use just pure steaming, and and blow it with air at the same time. So washing your vehicle, it could be tricky. It could be really, really tricky. If it's like a winter time, if it's that temperature, as long as you have sun,
Yeah.
some sort of a sun,
Yeah.
you can wash the vehicle with the pressure washer. But then you have to turn around and wash
It's literally the same process on a 100-degree day
Yeah.
in the sun washing a car.
Yeah.
You just have to if you have this
You're
car
chasing
on
the-
this
instead of
side
chasing
and the
the
sun is
shade.
right here, you just want to
Yeah.
turn the vehicle on the other side and wash the other side. It takes
Yeah.
a little bit longer. So if the vehicle is very dirty, then you want to wash it up first, and then after that, then follow up with steam.
Yeah.
And steam will unfreeze those particles. Because have you ever thrown foam on a vehicle when it's cold? It freezes it.
Yeah.
So you want to use steam to unfreeze it.
So one thing I used to do is I'd have my shop, and then I'd build out an outside part of my shop with tents and things.
Right.
And we would still have to get a car done, and there were times where we'd have to pull a car outside and work on it outside in the cold. And as long as it wasn't a freezing day, so if it was over 32 degrees and the sun was out, it's fine. Get it done. Let's just detail the car. One of the things I did with my guys is we'd run the interior of the car. I'd tell customers if they wanted them done, I'd just tell them, just so you know, we're going to use some gas because we are going to run your vehicle to keep it warm, keep it going so that we don't have to worry about that. And I just let them know ahead of time. And then I'd turn the car on and keep the heat on in the vehicle. And we'd keep a door open and work and make our way around. So there was always hot air in the car, and the car was always somewhat warm.
I never done that.
It kept it a little more temperate, especially
do it
because
in a
it would
closed
help
space.
prevent. But it would help. I didn't have steamer,
Yeah.
so I had to keep it somewhat warm so products
Somewhat,
wouldn't
yeah.
freeze because I was using air, I was using liquid. But also if I kept the underside of the car hot and the engine hot, that heat would
Yep.
radiate throughout the rest of the vehicle, and it would help keep whatever products I was using, whether I was buffing or polishing, it would help keep the surface somewhat temperate.
If
and
you're
then
going to be
sun
buffing the
helped a lot.
vehicle in cold temperatures, the coldest I think I have worked is below 15 degrees.
Okay.
That's the
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. That's the lowest I have worked. The lowest I have worked
pretty
on a
cold.
paint correction, I think it was like about -5, below 5.
Yeesh.
But you want to warm up the surface. I mean,
Yeah.
the metals gets cold, so you want to use steam, warm it up, and then start using your products. It's a process. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get it done. It's going to take longer, but it's a process. But it's fun.
It's just at a certain point your product.
As long as you're working, your body
Yeah,
is
and that's the
moving. But
biggest
if
thing.
you stay still, it's cold, and
Yeah. The other thing I do, I'd get the little hand warmers, throw them in my back pockets.
Those, dude, there was
Take
times
those,
that
you set them on your butt.
It's like a seat heater, but everywhere you go.
Because that's right. You're up here, your shoulders are working, your arms are working, you get hot. But your legs, if you're
Your
standing
lower
in one
extremities
spot
are
and
all-
you're just cleaning or shampooing or whatever.
Your fingers, man,
Yeah.
your fingers. I used to wear just those, instead of using those gloves, the black ones that we just use, what are they called?
Nitrile.
Nitron. We used to put like those, like the one that you just showed me for the wrapping.
Like a wrap glove.
Yeah, it's a wrap glove, and then you put the other one, so it actually keeps your fingers
Little bit of insulation.
warmer. Yeah, I mean, but it's cold. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That's why I always had the heat going, because at least you could stop, put your hand in front of a vent, warm it up, or you could take your gloves off, set them on top of the heater on the defroster,
Grab the
clean,
steamer,
and then you
put
can
them in
pop
your
them on and be
fingers.
nice and warm. And
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it, but I'm glad I have a shop.
Thank you, Grant. I was playing a game of Whack Fudge yesterday. Barefoot Bike Boy, does anyone else charge more in winter? Not necessarily. I never did.
The job
I
is
don't.
the job.
I don't. I do charge more to do mobile now, but
Okay.
but it's just
It's
no.
a convenience thing. So
It's just the convenience.
Yeah.
But no, there's no extra charge for wintertime. I mean, there's no.
okay,
There you go.
simple.
Lydia Marshall, does graphene and coatings make any difference, or is it just marketing? It makes a difference. However, what we've always talked about, graphene's very expensive. And the current market of graphene coatings doesn't actually have a lot of graphene in it. So the amount of graphene in a product is still really undetermined. And so it's almost negligible in the sense of like, do we really know how much graphene is in that, right? So Anthony, for example, if he's got a like I say, glass of water sitting in front of you,
Delicious.
if I take my straw and I dump a little soda in there for you,
Yeah, pour that in.
do you now have
soda
infused
Powerade?
water or soda infused Powerade? Or
No,
is
I
it
have Powerade
a
with a drop of soda in
or
it?
is it a soda Powerade now?
Yeah.
It's Powerade with a drop of soda in it. So that's the difference. So a lot of the graphene coatings only have a few drops of graphene into an entire 30 mil or 15 mil bottle. It makes a difference. It can help it, but it also, how much really does it actually help compared to something that's maybe 30 or 40%?
There is a lot
So-
of marketing attached to it too, but it
Yeah.
does
A lot of
it does actually have some merit.
We got Ricardo B says, any PNS Epic in 5 gallons in the shipment you just received.
I don't know. It's all sitting right outside here. I didn't even go look.
So we are expecting it. It's just we just don't know if it's here just yet. So
We're waiting.
we'll let you know. Bill
There's like 5 pallets over sitting
Bill
across the thing
Pearson
here.
says, "Howdy guys, checking in from Huntington Beach.
Oh.
I wanted to
Quite warm
say
today.
that it was that I was at work watching Levi and Juan fixing Ragnarok. It made me want to be watching from home in my Viper chair with a beer. That sounds pretty
Oh,
nice.
that's exactly what we hoped for.
That's
Bill?
the vibe.
Sorry that I read that in kind of like a dyslexic kind of way.
It's all right.
It's just that font, it gets smaller and smaller. But I agree. Viper chair, ice cold beer, right? Sitting there watching some guys wrench on some things that
Yeah.
kind of know what they're doing.
It's
Yeah,
a hangout
exactly.
sesh. That's what it was meant to
We
be.
had 8 bolts left over.
That's not good.
That's very strange.
I have way more bolts now than I did when I started.
I don't know
Why?
what they went to, but it's okay. Everything works still.
Go back
No,
and replay the footage.
I know.
And see.
I do. I started thinking about it last night, and I was like, okay, 6 of those bolts were from the old hood. 2 of those bolts broke on the tray.
Okay.
I repurposed one of those bolts for another piece, and then I started thinking, and I had 2 bolts that held the windshield washer fluid reservoir that I removed. Did a windshield washer delete on the Suburban.
Yeah.
Need to go over and get another one from the a different style of one, so we can put that in. But it's okay. It's not too bad. 4 bolts now, really.
As long as it
bad.
doesn't come flapping off in the wind, you're okay.
Yeah, everything's bolted down, so that's good. Aaron's with the real hard-hitting questions. It seems to me there are more spin-offs this year, or is it just me, show and Disney?
Oh no, there are. That's by design.
Yeah,
the
they've
whole
been doing
phase
it.
4 was like mostly TV shows where
Yep.
it had previously the phases had been moved.
And if you think about it, like Captain the Falcon and Winter Soldier, 6 episodes, 45 minutes an episode.
Yeah.
You basically got
like a big movie.
2 movies out of that. So be excited that there's all these spin-offs because they're kind of like Marvel movies that are coming out.
The
that
quality's still there.
Quality's
right?
still there.
So,
money's still there.
Yeah, using the same cameras or whatever the heck they're doing.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, that, like I said, do you understand why the Hawkeye branding is bad now?
Yeah, totally.
Like with the font?
Yeah.
You're like, this doesn't match this at all.
No,
no.
but I do like the intro card stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like the graphics and that.
I haven't
Fun,
watched
but
it.
then
I
you
think
see
that's
this
pretty good.
yellow thing being drawn. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this? This is the
Yeah.
Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You're watching the Disney Channel.
Yeah. No, you're right.
man.
So, Minnie Souver says, with the IK Foam Spro 2.0, should I flush it out after each use to help keep the filter clean, or just don't worry about it? Depends on what you're putting in it, but
yeah.
we always recommend, Anthony.
So with the foam sprayer, remember, you want to be going about 10 to 1 on most products you're diluting other than soap. Soap's going to be somewhere in like the 30 to 1 range because soap is much more concentrated. But for like APCs, fallout removers, wheel cleaners, 10 to 1 is pretty much the go-to. Depending on how caustic a product is, like, for example, no, maybe not always caustic, but fallout removers, for example, right? They really gunk things up.
Right.
They dry up, they harden up, and they can clog your filters and ruin your filters. Whereas something like brake buster is probably okay. APCs are totally fine. Interior cleaners are totally fine. So anything that you feel like is pretty strong, I would probably rinse or at least remove the top, cover the carton or the cartridge with maybe like some tin foil or something like that and save it for the next time. I wish we had lids for the IK spray for IK sprayers. That'd be nice,
right.
but we don't.
We
So
all wish.
but yeah, just kind of be smart about it, right? And if you're ever feeling like, hey, it's not working for you, or it's it's getting clogged up, run some water through it, and then I have a whole teardown video on the IK sprayers showing you how to clean it and get it all back to new.
Yeah.
And Abel, is that what that says?
Yep.
Abel Celestial Jr. says, "What's up, TRC?" and everybody in the chat here.
Welcome,
What's up,
Abel.
man?
Happy to see you here again. And got
Aaron's asking, when will you guys carry a TRC branded detailing bucket, 3 and 5
boy.
gallon? Aaron, little bit
Shipping.
of economics for you. Yeah, we used to have buckets available here.
They were high quality buckets.
Very nice white
Very
buckets, and then we'd throw a sticker on, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
However, what we're shipping is 5 gallons of air with a
Yeah.
piece of plastic, and that was extremely expensive and just didn't really work for what we wanted to accomplish.
Every
Which is
time you ship
why
a bucket, you're selling at a loss.
which is why we actually just sell the stickers. So you can pick up a bucket locally, which is going to be much more cost effective for you. It's also something that you probably are going to replace after heavy use. So makes more sense to sell you a sticker that you can stick on your very own bucket. And I've always said, if you want a nice bucket, pick up a Yeti bucket.
Very nice.
Go to, order one from Yeti or find one at a local hardware store or something, or fishing goods, a sporting goods store. Those Yeti buckets are nice, and they're insulated, especially right about this time of year where you can put them warm O&R, and it'll stay warm, which is really nice.
You want a bucket that has reinforcement around where the handle attaches, because a lot of those cheap ones you see out there, they just break off, especially in cold weather and stuff. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So Jimmy's got a question for Juan.
Ooh. There we go.
I always have issues removing G-Technic's G5 glass coating. Can I get some tips? I follow the instructions. I just wonder if I need to use a different towel or if I need to adjust my timing from what's listed on the bottle. G5 glass coating.
G5 glass coating.
He's having a hard time taking off the coating.
Well, it's really
It's a hard one. G5's
it is
temperamental
hard.
sometimes.
It is hard, but I mean, it's get yourself like those the 365 towels or the coating towels,
Pearls.
the pearls. Those will help you out a lot. You just grab one first and then grab the pearls and just wipe them out with that. I think that would be your best way to.
The other
clean those
thing to
up.
think about that I like using.
The one other thing that I use after that, just use the glass cleaner.
Yep,
after
that's
that.
what I was going to say.
Just grab your glass cleaner, just wipe it down, boom, done.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's not hard, but you're right. I deal with the same problems at the beginning, and then you just have to find the right towels. Those are my 2 towels.
Well, and I think a lot of people get worried because they don't want to use the glass cleaner because they fear they're going to be removing
taking
what
it
they're
off.
putting
No,
on, but
over.
that's not the case.
No, it's not going to.
Okay. Good advice. Zach Jones saying, hey, all. I'm trying the P601 technique you recommended for scratched door pillars a couple weeks ago. Just an applicator, no machine for me. What towel would you recommend for wiping off? Thanks.
Oh, he's using the P601 on an applicator, the Koch.
Yeah.
Towel, I'd recommend 365s. I think you'd be just fine with those.
Yeah. Something short nap,
Yeah.
short pile. That's going to be the way to go.
Anthony?
We have Jonathan Rosa says, Anthony, I'm on the verge of purchasing a 1998 two-door Civic EX
Oh, man.
5-speed with 70K on in. Oh. Your videos through the Rag Company YouTube channel gives me the motivation, and I refer to it often. Thanks.
Well,
we had a
cheap
lot
car
of fun here
challenge,
at the Rag
great
Company,
time.
the
Yeah.
Cheap Car Challenge, working on Honda Civics, right?
Yep.
Only here at the
Yeah.
Rag Company YouTube channel have
Really?
I ever
No other
worked
channel?
on anything Honda related.
Sometimes on the podcast channel. Right, Company
Sometimes on the podcast
You mention
channel.
it.
But a
we
lot of
talk
people
about-
get me confused with another guy, and no, I appreciate it though. You know,
Blake's is
my,
very similar.
my
Well,
white-
like I told them,
white
yesterday
budget Civic
on the
Yeah.
live, all day Anthony was just passing through, said he had
Yeah,
a few
the
minutes.
guy. He comes by sometimes
he's
when I'm
just-
not here.
Right, it was
Right.
very strange. But
I've
he
never
was
seen
like,
the two in the same
Can
room
I help you
together."
guys out? And I said, yeah, if you want. I got this grill that needed painted.
Oh,
I handed it to him. He just knocked it out. No problem. It's very nice and didn't do too bad. I was a little worried because Anthony really does the best rattle
Well,
can jobs here.
Yeah.
And I was a little leary but I thought, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'll just
The
have
guy's got a
Anthony-
YouTube channel.
I'll
He's
just
a
have him
professional.
come. Yeah,
obviously.
but I knew Anthony was gonna be. I knew he was gonna
Yeah.
be done. I figured if worst case, of Anthony respray it.
Yeah.
But it turned out all
I was
right.
going to say, 70K miles. Not bad.
That's
No, that's super low, man.
that's
Like I would
cheap.
absolutely buy that. The 1998 is, it's a pre-facelift model, right? But it can still be done up pretty nice for the front bumper. You can still make it look pretty cool. But like 70K miles though,
Oh, you
that's
can't beat
like
it.
That's low.
that's a new
Yeah.
Civic, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't quite beat Gabe's 30,000 mile Civic though. That's pretty crazy as well.
Yeah. He paid for that one.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
pretty sweet for that.
Graham Marshall says, Happy Friday Eve, lads, and Juan. Any tips for keeping the inside of a windscreen clean? Now it's colder and the sun's lower in the morning.
The windscreen.
The windshield.
Windshield.
Oh, the windshield.
How do you keep it from
fogging?
Keep it clean, keep it from fogging up.
I use one technique that I actually learned from you guys here. It's the PNS Bead Maker.
Bead maker. Yeah.
Actually helped out a lot.
It helps out a lot.
And you want to use, clean towels.
Yeah, clean towels are the biggest thing. The other thing is keep a towel in your car, Graham. Grab a towel, keep it in the car. Helps on some of those mornings when you do have a little extra condensation or
Have you ever
do.
been driving and it builds up as you're driving? You can't see anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
And it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like, I can't even pull over because I can't see.
Yeah,
I always keep a towel or something under the seat to grab just in case I need it.
yeah.
Under
Just
under
the seat, or between the console and the seat, or in the glove box. Somewhere close by, you can reach it. Use it in a pinch if you need
invisible glass. You're driving and that invisible glass clean and reach.
Yeah.
You just-
to. I don't even look because
Yeah.
I know where it is.
No, I have
just whoop.
in the Elantra, in the center console, I have a blue waffle weave 1624
Yeah.
that I'll use. And then I have in the Suburban, I have a couple purple pearls that I have one in the back seat, and then I have another one in the center console so I can wipe the window when I'm driving.
Or grab one of the liquidators, small.
1616
Those are
liquidator.
just so absorbent. You just have to find an absorbent towel.
That's a good idea.
That's a great tip.
We got Mira.
Mina.
Mina, that's what I said. Says, love sous vide. Wow. So we got a
agreed.
fan.
Yeah.
And we have a hater.
And Dan saying he hates it. Hates the sous vide.
Overrated cooking.
That's
now, the
funny.
thing is
I like his wheels.
Yeah, it's got the pink wheels. Like, I appreciate Dan's feedback, but Dan, like, are you sure it's overrated? Why is it overrated? What do you not like about it? Do you not like the tenderness of the meat on the inside?
He doesn't like the way it melts in his mouth after taking a bite.
Oh my gosh, that sounds good right now. Like, would you like, maybe like a, oh man,
He doesn't. He doesn't like the flavor and the juiciness that is interred by the meat because.
Well, it's just such an even cook, right? Basically, you slicing that after hitting that little kosher salt. Right?
He doesn't like that.
No, so he
doesn't like that
you
part.
sear
of
that
it.
outside, right?
Yeah, he doesn't like that either.
After the sous vide, hit that little kosher salt, and you do those slices, right, with your fingers, where everything just kind of melts off.
Yeah, Dan's not a fan of that.
Dang.
Oh, what?
The sous vide method.
The cooking.
Post Famil.
Juan, you got rid of the Merc?
I sure did, and for a good
it's
reason.
gone.
For a very, very
The
good
Black
reason.
Friday deal.
For my Black Friday deal.
Yo Girl says, hello to all of you. Hope you're doing well. Great live cast. Thanks for the content. You're welcome,
Thank
man.
you.
Bill wants to know, are we getting a Wash Wednesday on that razor?
Something like that in the future. We're doing
Slightly different.
Doing some playing is what we're doing.
We did a
We're
Wash
actually what we're trying to
Wednesday.
do. We're trying to convince Jeff to buy one.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
that's what we're doing. We want another toy.
We did a Wash Wednesday on a different car that should be ready very soon, but yeah.
You did? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
But in the
But it was a
meantime,
little
go
while
watch the
ago.
Wash Wednesday where we washed a dirt bike.
Yes, because
a-
no one else
and,
did.
You know, a
That's probably one of my
adventure
Nobody
bike.
favorite
watched
wasn't
that
even an
video,
adventure
and
bike,
that
dual
was
sport.
one of the best Wash Wednesdays we've ever done, and
So
nobody
funny.
watched that one. I was
So funny.
so
It's
upset.
Mina says, I got the mini match during the sale. Got to use it today, and it's great. Awesome.
Nice.
Aaron says, detail image show that Optimum product color is changed. For example, Optimum car wax used to be a blackish blue bottle. Now it's a red color.
They are mixing some things up. From
Honestly,
what I've
I
seen.
think they've been trying to get different bottles, and they're not able to get the different bottles that they get, so they're just getting bottles.
Well,
and
I know, but the
Yeah.
product colors have been changing too.
Yeah,
So, for
yeah.
example, like the Optimum, I saw a post the other day about the Optimum, which was the Protect, right?
Yeah.
Their Optimum, what do they call it? Interior Protectant. Now it's back to the leather label,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And now
old
it's
label.
like a yellow color
yeah.
in a clear bottle.
Kind of
Very
jumping around a
strange.
little bit.
Dr. G's out
Traditionally-
there just dropping dye, changing scents, having fun,
I think so. I think that's what it's about.
having a good time.
With Optimum, you know it's going to be a solid product,
Yeah.
though.
Levi,
Oh,
Before you-
Andy,
oh.
hold on, gave us $25.
Holy smokes!
Oh, wow.
I would like to thank the whole TRC crew, but mainly Levi, for being so available to me on the day-to-day with my detailing questions, especially when I'm stumped.
Holy smokes!
Thanks.
So
That's
not
very
only
nice, Andy.
wait, did he just catch a fish
He caught a fish
and gave you 25
and gave
bucks?
us $25.
What a day. What
Very
a-
nice, Andy. Thank you.
So,
Appreciate
in
it.
celebration of that, for the next Dane Eats, we're going to McGrath's Fish House.
Oh, my God.
That's out of business. They're closed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we can't get it anymore.
Can we put in a good
We
word?
can go to Sizzler.
Fresh off the hook.
Oh, wait, Sizzler closed too.
Oh, he's going to take me to Hook and Reel now.
Dane?
No, we
Okay.
can't take you there. It has to be a chain.
Oh, right.
I think Hook and Reel technically.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Oh.
Red Lobster.
Red Lobsters, yeah.
We'll take you to the Red Lobster, Dane.
Dane,
I
how
will
about that?
take those biscuits there. Those are
Dane,
great.
me and you, Joe's Crab Shack, right?
Yep.
Happy hour. We get ourselves in a couple really cheap margaritas, and we get a couple plates of oyster shooters or some just oysters.
Oh, man.
Can you throw down on oysters?
I can. I
can?
actually used to do oyster shooters and like cocktails and stuff, but yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. So I'm
my
honest,
gosh.
like oyster,
Have
I
you-
only
can you
did
eat
it
oysters?
because people would challenge
what?
me to like
You
have
like
an
oysters?
oyster. I have zero like.
Lemon, salt.
I'm not excited to have an oyster. It's just something
I
that's always
am.
like, you
My
take an
mouth
oyster,
is
and I'm like, I'll
watering
take
right
that,
now.
dare. And then I have the oyster, and it's fine. But it's not something I seek out. I'm not going to go to a restaurant and order an oyster.
Dang, it's an aphrodisiac.
Don't
Gets you
care.
going.
I think it'd
after-
be great
I'm
to do a
powerful
Dane Eats
enough
of the
man on
two
my
of you
own.
guys.
Put it in a michelada. You know what a michelada
Oh, yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah.
And you put oysters in there.
Really? I've never had that before.
So good.
But I would say oysters, a little lemon juice, like a
yeah.
dab of Tabasco on it.
So good.
I could eat
So good.
50 of them.
This
I'll
is-
get
it's
sick.
making me nauseous.
Now, if we're
listening to
talking
you guys
Levi, as
about
a
crab
oysters.
or
shellfish
clam
connoisseur,
or any of that stuff,
would
I'm
you
about
also
it.
go to Joe's Crab
oysters
Shack
are
with
kind of
us?
whatever.
As long as they have a cheeseburger,
A chicken sandwich,
lobster
chicken sandwich or
cheeseburger.
something.
like a piece of my shell gets flung into yours. You're like, I'm allergic to shellfish, Anthony. Moving on.
Man, the lobster boil. burger.
Decon saying, got my package in. My wife literally says, oh, great, more towels. How many more can you guys need? How can you need? My wife texted me today and said that my Rags to Riches jug had tipped over and was leaking Rags to Riches all over the laundry. And I said, that's okay.
It's clean now.
It's not a big deal. It cleans up easy.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It'll
They're
help
just
release
pre-soaking
any of the
now.
SiO2s that are in
It's
my
all
clothing.
pre-soaking.
Han saying it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. Ooh, chilly.
Right near that
Nice.
freezing point.
Wesley saying afternoon, gents.
Hey, Wes.
With the 240, 180 there, looking great.
Oh.
Hans, Dan
Nice
says,
weather.
I just checked and it's 6 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. That's nice.
Risk.
Auto Details Rag Companies help me with all my questions. Road to 100 subs. Let's get it.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, man.
Get it, bud.
Chris says, I'm local, and you have to take Levi up on his offer for a tour. Amazing to see the TRC's whole operation. There you
There you
go.
go.
Bill Pearson, on a detailing note, I don't know if any of you smelled an epoxy exothermifier. It's not pleasant. Would a PNS odor bomb neutralize that? Bill, I have no idea about that. I feel like you need to contact PNS. Talk to Dave at pnssales.com. And I think you could email him at that. Dave at pnssales.com. He would tell you. He would tell you.
Yeah. Matt, are there any plans to add the color lock faux leather cleaner and protectant?
So we have the vinyl leather.
I don't know if we do
Kit.
anymore. Do we?
I don't know. It's part of the kit that we normally buy. And that is
Oh.
for vinyl and leather. And
Oh, no, we
it's
have-
designed
yeah.
for
But
faux
ours-
leather.
Yeah, never mind. Ours was we have ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was changed, tweaked, and
Yeah.
and the name was changed a little
Yeah.
bit.
So the one you're probably thinking of is our vinyl and leather kit that you can buy.
Yeah.
So
Wesley Oaks says active foam is a dedicated high pH pre-wash ? Active foam followed by GSF in the bucket then ? So basically you could tackle it a couple different ways. You can use active foam in both the bucket and as a foam pre-spray. It really just depends on what you're trying to do, right? So if you're introducing active foam twice, you're going to get some good cleaning power, right? Both as a pre-soak and also just in the bucket. You're going to get kind of more decon needed. But for the most part, depending on what you're doing, if you're doing a maintenance wash, you can hit it with the foam of active foam, let it dwell, rinse it, and then go straight into it with GSF if you want to do that. You have options there. I guess it's just a matter of how dirty is the vehicle, how much cleaning power do you need, and how much decon do you need to do, because active foam is going to be safer than super foam for more frequent use, because super foam has a higher pH and really was designed for industrial car wash applications as a literally foam on, rinse off, wash your car.
Yeah.
It's got way more decontamination power. So we use active foam in the foamer and in the bucket here on the cars we've been doing, and it's done a fantastic job, but depends on what you want to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's up to you. The world is your oyster, right? You could do
Yeah,
active
back to
foam.
the oysters
You
again.
could do
Well,
active.
what would you do?
If you have a vehicle, it all depends on the type of surface you're going to be working on. So, say for example, if you have a vehicle that's been traveling the whole United States, you don't want to just go with a GFS.
Yeah, you want more power.
You want to throw the active foam first, let it sit, let it break down all the grime, and then wash it, and rinse it, and then put the other
Put
soap
active
on
foam
it.
in your bucket and use that too.
Yeah, and use that too. But yeah.
Well,
So but then again, using too much of active foam, I think it's just
it's not necessary.
It could actually harm your paint if you don't put any protection on it too. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's good.
Yeah, because active foam does have the ability to start to degrade protection. It will. I mean, you'll see it happening. But another thing you could do is if I was doing like not a fleet car, but if I was doing something I didn't care a whole lot about, wasn't getting paid a ton for, active foam in both the bucket and the foamer, and then Nano Magic in the bucket. If I'm wanting to do like a one-stop shop for protection, or go back over it with some type of spray protection. You have options there. That's the hard part about the Koch Chemie line, is that you have so many options that you didn't even think about before because you probably didn't enjoy using that many products at one time before,
Yeah.
and now you do. So
There you go.
Fair point.
Andy says that that big girl's still alive and swam back into the lake.
Oh.
Caught her on a big 9-inch rainbow trout Huddleston swim bait.
Wow.
No idea what that means because I'm not a fisherman, but that's impressive. G.
Oh,
Davis,
no.
right before we go to break, using Anthony's decorating advice, Dane's van will resemble the set of Bloodsport 5, Dane's seductive Hong Kong excursion.
I love Hong Kong cinema. Come on.
That is hilarious.
I think that's a perfect ending for the break before we come back.
Yeah.
We'll go to break here. Grant Hawtrey just making sure to say Beetlejuice and then gets cut off. So perfect way, go to break. Just imagine he said that got cut off.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and do you know what's better than Q&A Thursday? Yes, that's right, it's Wash Wednesday. Not just because I host it, but because it is a genuinely entertaining and hopefully informative series where we take cool cars, cool owners, and wash in an impromptu interview setting. So make sure to check out Wash Wednesdays right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. See some cool cars, see some cool people, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. And in case you've been living under a rock these last few months, well, have I got news for you. You can go back and binge the TRC Rex content you want. That's right, we have neared the end of our TRC Rex build. What is TRC Rex? Well, it's our 2004 Subaru WRX STI, and we literally bought this car and completely rebuilt it. So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel and you can binge literally from the start all the way to today, which, well, we're pretty much done. But the point is, you can do just like Netflix and binge every single episode from the comfort of your couch. So go check out TRC Rex right here, the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hello, and welcome to a promo for our new series called Satisfying Saturdays. Now, what are Satisfying Saturdays? Well, I'll tell you. They're a little bit of audio, a little bit of video, put together in a satisfying combination while we do some sort of detailing on the side there, you could say. It's ASMR adjacent. So it's not going to be perfect ASMR, but it's mostly just going to be sounds of brushes and foam and water and detailing products. Just a very satisfying combination of all the things you love about detailing without any of the, noise that you don't want to have in there, right?
Oh, that didn't sound good.
Something you can just relax to, put on in the background. I don't care how you watch it, I just care that you watch it. So, that's really all there is to say about it. Check it out, I think you'll enjoy it.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, we've launched something new and exciting. We all love seeing garage tours and seeing how other people's garages are laid out, and we thought we would do our own twist on that. And while we aren't so obsessed, we're definitely good enough. And so what we want to do is make an entire new series, bring you guys along and doing garage tours of different people's garages to see layouts, what they've done with the walls, what they've done with the floors, what they've done with the lighting, the storage, the tools, the detailing products, and so on. It's going to be a really cool series to hopefully give you guys new ideas and maybe make it more relatable to everybody watching. It's not Obsessed Garage, but it's definitely good enough garage. So check that out here on the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hello, and welcome back to yet another Q&A. If you're just joining us, don't worry, there's still an hour of the show left to go. But if you've been here the whole time, we kind of need to make some new ads, don't we? Yeah, we do. That's okay. Anyway, guys, comments, questions, anything to touch on before we continue?
No, it's just cracking open one of our Mountain Dew Baja Blast, zero sugar, courtesy of our friends from Pepsi. Old Pepsi Pete was here.
Oh, yeah.
Right before the Q&A, took our next order for next week because we're running low.
Yeah.
So
got to keep the rations filled.
All right. So Andy asks the first question in relation to winter interior details, which we'll get to in a bit.
Oh yeah.
Brian saying, "What's up, guys? My new house has a heated garage. Very nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Very nice.
That's a goal.
I'm in the DC area. What's the best temps and humidity to keep the garage for coatings and chemicals? Coatings are CarPro. It doesn't really matter, but I'll tell you right now, if you can keep that garage at a nice 65 degrees all winter, you'll be just fine. 65, I find when my garage hits 69, It's too hot to work in. I have to open the
I thought it
garage.
would be nice.
No, I have to open the garage door because it gets too hot in there because I get too hot.
Did you try flipping it to where it's just you're not as hot all the time?
Oh, I thought he was going to say 96.
Oh, the other
That
way
sounds
to the
miserable.
96?
Yeah.
No, what I do is I just open my garage door. Let some of that cold air in.
Just
But
even
then
it
bring
out.
the temperature
you
back
get
down.
but then you get some humidity. in there.
Draft. and
Sometimes,
humidity and-
but I like to keep it about 20-30% humidity. I think that's pretty normal. Works pretty good right about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 65 to 69 is my optimum temperature for the garage. And when it's 24 degrees outside, my garage is always at 65 to 69 degrees.
Yeah.
And I find that works really well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
What about you, Anthony? How's that heated garage coming?
It's not. I wish. Maybe someday I'll get something.
That'd be nice.
Well, you got something new to put in there now.
Yeah, yeah. I think that just something to keep it nice and comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm typically working with like a 40-degree garage in
Yeah.
like the dead of winter, which I make it work, right? But
Yeah.
it's still not like, I don't know.
You have to come over one night when it's cold.
Well, I'm going to come over in shorts.
Hang out, eat some ice
Yeah,
cream.
I'm going to eat some ice cream, be like, Levi, it is toasty inside here.
Yeah, you're going to be sweating.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't even realize he's actually got a new electric heater. He can just roll into the garage and start up.
Does?
It shouldn't cause any problems.
Very
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Juan, what do you work in when you're in your shop?
It's always at 65.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
at 65 because we constantly, keep
Opening and
doors
closing the
open.
doors.
But I will say when I was doing mobile, I was always worked in different temperatures with different garages. So the lowest temperature that I work while doing a ceramic coating on a vehicle, the lowest that I have found to been okay to work, it's a 45 degrees. Lower than that,
It starts.
you can
work.
apply ceramic coating.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Good to know.
Frank L., what's your favorite long-term paint sealants that are easy to apply? Beadmaker, C2V3, Koch SO02, or OptiSeal for cars stored outside with no coating. Thank you. Honestly, they all do great, and each one of those can be applied
Yeah.
once a month.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, I think in terms of strength, I'm going to do
OptiSeal's
C2V3. I'm going to put OptiSeal. I'm going to do Beadmaker and Koch SO02 right about at the same.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That sounds about. And I think coatings. He meant like don't recommend a coating.
no,
I'm
not coated,
interested in
just
coating.
not coated.
Yeah.
And then thoughts on longevity between the paint sealants for cars exposed to weather. So those will be inside, and then the ones outside. I'm still going to stick with. I think CTV3 has kind of got the lead on all of them in terms of weather.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel. OptiSeal is great because it's super easy to apply. Beadmaker, same thing, easy. Same with SO2. They're all just so simple now.
Easy Coat, man, is a good
yeah.
product that I did some tests last year, and we actually sprayed it under the bottom of the vehicles because on our weather, we on our road before it gets before it gets
you got the
snow,
de-icer and
they
stuff.
put some salt stuff, and that's what
Yeah.
gets all corroded and ruin your vehicle on undercarriage.
Mm-hmm.
So we grabbed two vehicles, one that was like, we coated it, we put Easy Coat on it, and the other one we didn't. Well, Easy Coat actually lasted. Easy Coat, you can actually apply it on everything.
Yeah.
You just wash the whole vehicle, and that's it. And boom, it's protected for about 3 months. So it's a really good product for winter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
easy. Wesley Oaks says, convince me to buy Epic when I could just use the lower dilution ratio of O&R.
It's got a delicious smell.
I can't convince you, Wes. I really can't.
Yeah.
They both do a good job cleaning. Epic is something that I think most people are going to buy for just road trip use, or pre-treating lower areas that
Yeah,
if they
you don't need to
if they don't have anything
mix it with
stronger.
anything.
And so, yeah, Epic's pretty nice. We used that during the quail, and it cleaned off everything that we needed it to clean. And then we were able to add protection or add Dreammaker on top with no issues. So that was pretty cool.
And it's not like it's particularly pricey either.
No,
You're looking at it's going to work out similarly. So, just whatever you like best.
Now, the rest of Andy's comment. In relation to wintertime interior detailing, I've removed oil stains from white carpet without the use of a steamer or extractor or oversaturating the area of carpet or upholstery simply with the PNS 3-step process with a brush, a TRC microfiber towel, and a wet vac. This helps me not get the interior as wet in cold temps so that it can dry and avoid mold and damp, icky smells later on down the road. That is correct. That's one of the reasons. That's that video Juan and I did. We talked about that, using the 3. It works. Makes it much easier.
And I'm a great believer of steamer, and I've done it for so long that I have seen people using steam the wrong way and getting the carpet, soaking wet. It's a combination of the right amount of steam and the right amount of product when you pre-treat it. And if you do those steps, by the time you start with a driver and then you go into the passenger, by the time you're with the passenger, the driver should be dry. You shouldn't have any moisture on your seat. But you're right. If you put too much water, then it doesn't matter. So steam's still a good process. But the video that we did, it shows you that you don't need anything but just the products and go to town with your mechanically.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
JD, what is the best way to remove all the toppers from a coating to get back to the coating itself? I try to decon and I feel like I need something stronger. Clay, jeweling polish? No. So an iron remover and a degreaser. It's the only 2 things you need. Honestly, you'll get right back to the main layer of the coating. So utilize any of the fallout removers, any of the iron removers that we carry. Wash the car with that, and then also wash it with that, and also utilize a degreaser prior to using that. So wash with the degreaser. Use something like Green Star or Power Clean or W4 G-Technic. Yeah. You use W4. You could use any of or W5, anything to wash the surface of the vehicle with, and then utilize the an iron or fallout remover. The other thing that you could probably do is also use a mineral deposit remover. So grabbing something like W6 as a water spot remover, use that too to help remove any of the leftover stuff that's on the surface. So,
all right. And I've got
Clan Alita. Hey guys, I changed states and I don't have any friends or groups in my new town to market myself. How do I make new clients in a new location? That's actually a really great question.
Yeah.
How do you basically restart your business in a new city or town?
Social media is often localized.
That's true.
You have Facebook.
You could
and
run
they have
targeted
local
ads. You could run targeted ads. You could create local area group stuff. You could
start like basic. It's not a complicated thing. You just start, like basic. Just go into your neighbors and do flyers and Facebook and then
Nextdoor
radio station.
You can get on nextdoor.com. That gets you your neighborhood. You could start doing that.
Do you have
what's nice
vehicle
too?
You can put marketing
all
on.
Those things, right? But you should also have previous material from your previous state and all of your extra work and all of your photos and things like that.
I don't think that person is referring to that. He's just referring to how to get more customers, no? How to get new customers.
It'd be like if you moved to a new state, what would you do to start your
but I'm saying
services?
that you already have all those photos and all that backlog of work that you've done.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to show people that and get it out there.
Number one, people won't know to ask for any of that stuff if they don't know you're a detailer. So they need to know you're a detailer first to get to that next step.
And I'll say
that's
this,
the biggest hurdle.
I think a lot of people sleep on Nextdoor, nextdoor.com. Getting on that app and just getting into your neighborhood, getting verified in your neighborhood, then put it out there.
It's useful, but it's also a nightmare.
It's a nightmare, yes. But
it's the worst.
It's the fact that it's still a database people use.
But functionally, yes.
And if you're soliciting your work, it is extremely helpful because your customers that are in your neighborhood are going to be more apt to use you because it shows, hey, look, this is where I live. This is what I do. You'll get business that way too.
Mm-hmm. If they're on that app, they're already the kind of person who literally cares more about
they use
everything.
it. Yeah, they love using it. Like my neighbor across the street moved into the neighborhood. First thing he did was get himself verified on Nextdoor and then start selling all of his, because he came in to take care of his dad who had passed away and take care of getting his belongings and stuff. All of a sudden he was I saw him in the postings and he was selling everything, and every day there's someone coming over to buy something and get things. And
there's no audience more inclined to already deal in the area. They're like, great, local, awesome.
Yeah, it's just more focused. So
I just find some of the people.
Try that if you haven't thought of it yet. Try that, and then like Anthony said, make sure you use you've got a good portfolio of work.
Yeah.
You can get it out to people.
Yeah.
BW Williams, guys, what low pile towel do you recommend when using a drying aid such as Bead Maker?
Low pile towel you recommend using is for drying it. I then go with the FTW. Yeah, FTW all day long. Orange FTW. But wash it after you get done using it, because basically Bead Maker and FTWs, they play very well with each other you're using them.
That's why
but
we made 'em in
after
orange.
you set them and lay them on a shelf for a while, the FTWs can get clogged really fast. So that's when you take rags to riches and do a wash as soon as you possibly can after you're done.
Yep.
And you'll be able to save those towels. Scott Dayhoff says, I took my washer bottle out years ago. It just makes a mess anyway. Washer bottle.
I'm sorry. I'm one of those
back
guys.
to yesterday's
I took my
comment.
washer bottle out on the
Out
Suburban
of the
because I
truck.
want to get a smaller one. And where it's placed, it's not a
Windshield
very
washer
conducive
fluid.
spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, Anthony doesn't ever use his. I use the living snot out of mine.
I don't abide by
it's-
using windshield washer
Right.
fluid. It's not pure.
Yeah.
When I bought my Jag, it had a leak in the tank. It was so annoying.
Mine, I burned a hole into it with my tire. So where it sits.
When did that happen?
It's in the back of the truck. I'll show you.
It happened
You
yesterday?
showed it on the
rubbed
live
a
stream
hole. I showed it
yesterday.
on the live. It rubbed a
It's
hole.
got a hole at the bottom. Yeah.
It dumped all
In the side.
all of it out on my driveway the other night.
Rain-X all the way through?
Yeah, I was pretty bummed.
What
but-
the heck?
Oh, just gonna take a drink here from my new Home to Sweets water bottle.
Oh, look at that.
Lucky him. I stay there and he takes it.
Hey, it's a great room.
Went
great
down
place.
there this week on Tuesday. Me and Jeff went down to renegotiate our deal for 2022.
Any success?
Great time
Oh,
with the Home
okay.
to Sweets staff, and they even gave me this really great water bottle. Home to Sweets, your partner for a great night's sleep. Rated #1 on TripAdvisor as the best hotel in Boise. Surprised you
Spoiler
didn't know
alert,
that.
They made TRC cookies.
They
At
did
least
make
on a few
TRC cookies
occasions.
for us. So I went down there, got to talk to them. They're very excited about Juan's stay this week.
Yeah.
They're very excited to see Juan again. They all love him over there.
Aw.
So
I like him.
He makes good impressions.
Yeah.
on people.
So we crack some good jokes. We got Joey here that says the Hawkeye design is based off the 2015 run of the comic. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Same purple and yellow colors. Total Disney Channel
you
vibes.
guys called it.
I was going to say the Hawkeye design was based on the Blob Eye, and they just gave it a facelift, but that's a whole other conversation.
That is Dane.
Alex Carrillo, do you guys have a preferred glove brand?
Alex Carrillo.
Carillo.
Glove brand. What
glove.
do you like? Yeah, what do you like? You like Venom grip gloves? You like
Mechanics.
Do you like what kind of rubber gloves do you like?
So I don't have a preferred rubber glove, just a black nitrile. I like Vipers or what are those called? The ones
There's
that
Venom
the
gloves.
the Venoms. That's it. Yeah.
gloves.
Yeah.
Venoms. The Gorillas are okay. They're not bad. The Home Depot ones we got
Venoms,
this year
those
are
like
okay.
the steel.
They're nice.
Home
whatever
Depot ones are
ones.
surprisingly good.
For the price, they're
the
really
price.
good. Black and orange.
If you're gonna be doing a lot of interior details, I recommend to at least get a 7 mil
Yeah.
gloves.
It's a lot
Yes.
nicer to have a thicker, stronger glove.
Because if you have a NATO or something, there, it's not gonna be poking.
Well, and Matt and I used to reuse our gloves. So we'd take them off.
Ugh.
Well, you
seems-
would because you
you
go through
can.
them so much,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing it every day, all day,
That's
and every
true.
day.
You put your hand back in, it's all like
No,
cold
what you do?
sweat
No,
left
no,
over.
no, no. Hey, you rip them
Ew.
over. You flip them out so that they
Oh,
dry
okay.
out, and then
Yeah.
you set them. And then before you start that morning, you push them back inside out. Put your hand back inside.
Okay. That's smarter.
Sanitize.
Well, and you can clean them. You can clean your hands off with an interior cleaner before you take them off, so that the insides they pull them.
I'm
clean.
kidding. I just know
kudos
that
for being
I
less
just know
wasteful.
that there's some
That's
people
not
I
bad.
know, man, where they've taken off gloves after detailing and you
Oh,
will
no.
just see the sweat.
Sopping
Well, yeah, that's why.
Well, that's in
yeah.
the summer.
yeah.
You throw those.
Yeah,
away.
you throw those away.
Those
Yeah.
things just drip,
But
drip.
Brian Schwab says Obsessed Garage has the best bucket package I've ever seen. What's because it's a real bucket package, but if
Yeah.
you notice, it's a very inexpensive package. There's a reason for that.
And people make fun of how expensive
Yes,
it is until
those-
you break down the pricing and you realize, oh snap, that's actually what it
So
costs.
each one of those buckets actually costs $25.
and people are like, oh, I'm getting ripped off. It's just plastic. It's like, yeah, but somebody has to
That's-
ship that plastic. It's
yeah.
hollow inside.
Yeah. It's
It's
a
so
lot of
frustrating.
that, and Matt will tell you the same thing. You had the grit guards, you had the
You got to fill it with stuff
seals.
to make it worth.
What are those called? The tops,
As a
the gamma
gamma
seals,
sealer.
and then you add the
Cart?
dolly system and all that. Yeah, there's money there, but the bucket still, the shipping of those 3 buckets.
The price is
It's-
not reflected by the amount of plastic used.
Yeah,
It's
and not
reflected
everything
in-
can fit inside of it. That's the other thing you got to
Fitting in
remember. You
places.
can't fit 3 grit guards inside 3 stacked buckets. They're not. It doesn't work that way.
No.
So it's a lot of shipping, and is the primary of that. And so the price eats some of that shipping, just to take care
That's
of
why
that.
I see places
So,
selling kits
yeah.
full of stuff in a bucket. and
Yeah,
that
it's a lot
works.
easier to do it that way. Philip Van Boeven, back to graphene coatings. Why is silicon carbide not marketed for coatings? A new hyperseal formula has added SiC with SiO2. So silicon carbide is marketed as a coating. The OptiCoat line is all silicon carbide. That's one of the biggest things, Philip, is that that's what sets OptiCoat apart from the other coatings, is it is a silicon carbide.
Well, there's also another thing in there too. It's not SI. It's not. Just,
It has SiO2. The like gloss coat.
There's one more thing that they have in there. I can't think off the top of my head, but I think that gloss coat.
Gloss coat's a mix of the two.
Well, but gloss coat was reformulated this last year to make
Yeah.
it. I think they made it stronger or slightly stronger, or it was more chemical resistant and I think
Yeah.
more abrasion resistant is what it was.
It had more SiC in it.
Yeah,
They added the SiO2. SiO2 adds gloss. SiC adds your heavy duty protection.
Yeah.
So OptiCoat, first gen OptiCoat, second gen OptiCoat is just pure SiC coating.
Something like
The-
that.
And then
Pro Plus on my
Pro
Jag
Plus-
held up to a lot of stuff.
Pro Plus, people thought, oh, it's just a mixture of gloss coat and OptiCoat, so an OptiCoat vial and a gloss. It's not. It was a OptiCoat vial, then an increased
was my
percentage.
version 2 or version 3?
Yours was a version. It was still a normal one, but it was the second vial was a higher concentration of SiC than the first vial.
Okay.
So you were getting a secondary level, which was a lot more.
Yeah, it just had a lot of
strength.
chemical
Yeah.
resistance. That's what I remember
It's
most.
a very good coating. Still one of the top ones. Philip says the SiC aid in protection attaching to clear coat and SiO2 will provide the water tension. You're totally right. This is all the OptiCoat marketing from last 10 years. So
They've been
you're
doing
right.
it for a
You're
while.
you're right, Phil. Yeah. Getty Costello. Hey guys, what's your favorite topper to use on a ceramic paint protection coating? I've heard great things about Extreme Solutions topper. Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, so the Extreme Solutions stuff. A lot of people are talking about it. I mean, it's in a lot of YouTube videos. I haven't actually had a chance to
None of
try
us have
it,
used
so but I'm sure a lot of people are saying that it's good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but what is your favorite? What is your favorite topper to use on a ceramic paint protection coating? So.
Depends on the day.
It
Really.
Depends on the coating.
And
Man,
depends on
like
what
we're
so many
using.
options. Bead Maker has always been a tried and true for many people. Like
Yeah.
Bead Maker, nobody's ever gone wrong with Bead Maker. I think C2V3 is a great topper from G-Technic. Hyperseal, right? We don't sell Hyperseal, but Hyperseal is awesome as well. You can do SO2 from Koch Chemie. You can do. I mean, the list goes on. I mean,
Sorry to say this again, but Easy Code, it goes on.
again, you can use Easy
not
Coat.
wrong. That is
So there's
exactly like
there's
the
so
name.
many different things you can use, but I mean, if you're looking for something to spray on, wipe off, spray on, wipe off all the time to add some gloss and just enjoy the therapeutic process of it, something like Bead Maker, Dream Maker, it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great combo.
Dream Maker makes vehicles look like if they have a coating after you apply it.
Like right
Even if
after,
they
right?
don't.
That glow.
Wow,
It's crazy, right?
it is.
Are you a Dream Maker believer?
Dude, the dealership that I apply, that I do a lot of paint correction to, I start applying Dream Maker,
Remember that Dream
and he's
Maker.
like, "What have you put into these cars? These cars look so glossy. It looks like it's a ceramic coated." I was like, no, it's got.
You didn't pay for ceramic
It's
coating.
a secret sauce.
It's
It's Bryce says, "What's going on, boys? How y'all are having? How y'all are having a? So you know what? Listen,
You're having
man.
a hard time reading today.
No. Okay, how y'all are having a blessed day? It's not
How
me.
y'all-
No, it's
Like I keep
How
thinking
you
that
all
half the
are having a
things.
blessed day.
I keep thinking half the things I'm reading. I'm like, dang, man, I can't.
what's
talk
going on,
today.
boys. Hope y'all are having a blessed
I
day.
think it's
You
what
know
he
what?
meant,
That's
yeah.
nice. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Dan says
Bryce.
sous vide is overrated because I can get the same results with avocado oil in a pan.
Ah,
Are you? What's that? What's the?
It's not spoiling. That's just
yeah,
that's
but what's the
sautéing.
temp rating of avocado oil, right?
Yeah,
Like what's the because everything kind of has a heat at
yeah,
point of
burn
heat.
index.
well,
Yeah.
and same results ish, but isn't the whole point of the sous vide the precision of it?
It is the precision. It's the precision with just a simple, like you can walk
Set
away.
it and forget it.
Set it and forget it, and then all you got to do is sear it,
Yep.
and you're ready. You're eating in 10 minutes. Is what you're doing,
Wow.
right? But
Yeah.
Then he follows up. It's not a bad method, especially for large cuts of meat. Just more involved than pan sear or reverse sear. Okay. Well, you know what? That's
Dean, are
that's
you
the
more
way
of
I've
a
seen it used. Is
pan
with
or
large
reverse
cuts.
kind of guy.
I mean, depends on the day. And moving on. I'm still confused by Dan's avatar, his picture. That is clearly an Audi front end on a Japanese large sedan
Yeah.
body. Confuses me.
Garillo saying, if I have a 6-inch backing plate, can I use a 150 mil pad or does it have to be a 180? Trying to figure out the best Rupes pad for my G9. Gosh, that's a hard one. I'm going to say yes, you could use a 180 pad. They taper. So 100 mil is a 4-inch pad. Gosh, I'm going to say the 150 millimeter pad might fit on the backing plate if it's a 5-inch backing plate. If it's a 6-inch backing plate, it's not. 150 is not going to fit. It's just not. It's going to have some overlap. So I'm gonna say that.
Okay. We got
Jonathan Rosa, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on my 98 Civic build. Can't wait to get started.
Nice.
Do it. It's Bryce.
I hope I can be a brand ambassador. I need to slap a chrome rag company decal on my back glass.
So we don't have chrome.
We don't.
We have
but
white
that would be
ones?
pretty cool,
Yeah.
right? Mirrored finish rag company logo.
There you
That
go,
would
man.
be
Yeah.
that would be pretty.
Ooh,
dope.
Scott Dayoff says we should go to Long John Silver's.
Oh, wow!
What?
I forgot those existed.
We don't have one.
We don't have
anymore.
any of those
Long John
here.
Silver's.
We
Last
have
one-
we have
wait,
skippers hanging on by a thread.
What's the place that was over by your
That was a Skipper's.
that was a Skipper's, not a Long John Silver's, right?
Yeah.
Long John Silver, was it ever really good?
No, I don't.
Oh,
The
you know what?
popcorn
The
shrimp
only
was good.
Long John Silver's I remember were always like attached to another restaurant, like one of those like dual things, like where you get the
That's
Taco
when-
Bell Pizza Hut
that's-
kind of
that's
thing.
when you know they're
It was
failing.
Long John Silver's and like
I need somebody to
some
help
other
pick up
fast
the
food
rent.
place attached
Dude,
to it.
that's when you know a business is failing. You're like, dang, that sucks. You guys
Things aren't looking good.
had to.
Long John Silver, I
Collaborate.
think we don't have one over there. I think we had one a long time
Do you guys have an Arctic Circle over there?
Yeah, we do.
There's a
Do
few
you
Arctic
really?
Circles
Do you like
around.
Arctic Circle?
No.
Oh, nobody likes it. I'm okay with it. I don't
As
think
soon
it's
as I
that
see
bad.
Arctic Circle, I immediately think, "Oh, this town just got smaller."
Well, so it's a small town thing.
Small town.
But I just don't see what's so bad about it, right?
So I
It's not
miss
bad,
I
it's
miss Arctic
kind of
Circle. I'm
meh.
with you. I like Arctic Circle.
Frozen
I like
treats
Arctic
are fun.
Circle.
you can get it anytime you want.
Yeah.
It's still here. You're saying it like it's gone.
Well, you forget, Anthony. I don't live in your guys' neck of the woods.
it's not. It's literally in Boise.
It's
5 minutes away.
It's not that. No, it's not 5 minutes away. They don't have them in anywhere near me.
There's one over off of Maple Grove.
Yeah,
in,
that's not near me.
Franklin. No?
It's not near me,
Okay. Well,
It's not a 7-Eleven.
anyway,
Moving
I'm
on.
just saying.
and that's not even there anymore. They closed that one.
Evan J says, just
Maple
picked
Grove
up
and
some
5 Mile
diamond
one.
glass towels. I'm sure it's user error, but all I could get were streaks. ID 10T, all me. Oh, man.
Biggest thing with that, Evan, make sure that you use multiple glass towels to clean. Second, make sure that you're not dragging. Watch what you're hitting. When you're hitting those corners, make sure you're not dragging dirt because what a lot of people don't realize they They wipe the corners, they get it all done, and then they flip the towel and they wipe it again, and then they flip the towel, but they don't see where they flipped. Then they throw the dirty side back on and they wipe the whole window down, their final wipe. And they're like, wow, looks great. And then they hit the sun and they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't use the same towel. Clean your glass. Grab a second towel that hasn't been touched or contaminated. Also, wash your hands. Too many times I notice people don't wash their hands when they're cleaning a car. They don't stop and clean their hands when they grab a window towel. What happens after you just got done dressing your tires and wheels or your interior or any of that kind of stuff, and then you go grab a glass towel and you've got dressing on your hands? You're going to cross-contaminate that towel and you're going to put dressing on that towel. Or you dress the dash, you grab your dressing towel and it's wet with dressing because you've got it and you're like, I'm going to use this in case I overspray any glass stuff so I can wipe the dash down again. That towel's wet. You now have dressing on your hand. You've now cleaned the glass. You take your towel you take your other hand, your contaminated hand, and you start cleaning. And you take your dry towel and you're like, I'm gonna get all this, and then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna wipe it. And you don't realize.
I would say outside of
think of your cross contamination.
Last step product towel or something used to level a coating or something like that. The most important towel that you shouldn't cross contaminate with are your glass towels.
And a lot of people don't think
people are like, I want to save money on these towels. I'm just going to use this for more than one thing. And then, I mean, you're just going to be upset with your glass that way.
Sometimes when you live, like when you have streaks on your windows, sometimes it all depends on the product you use. Or if you're using too much, if you think it's the product, it's not the towel, it's not the method, then dilute that product with water. It'll actually leave less film on it too. But if that doesn't work, obviously, like they said, clean your towels, wash your towels separately. When it's windows towels, put them in a different bin. Don't put them in a bin full of contaminated, vinyl dressing,
wax,
purpose cleaning, wax, and all that stuff. Do them separately. Now, one nice tip that I can tell you when you're cleaning your windows is like if you go on like the outside. If you're finishing this way on the inside, finish this way.
Opposite.
So that way, when you see a streak this way, you're not cleaning both sides of the window. You're cleaning the side that you went this way. And first, before you clean the whole window, you go around the edges with the corner, and get this, get the glass cleaner, and then go into the edges, clean that out, fold it, and then clean it, and then grab your second towel and polish it.
Yeah.
That will be your best way to clean a window.
And there are other times where you can bring your steamer into working on some of that and get those edges cleaned out. The other thing is applicator sponges. Our Pearl applicators, you can soak those in glass cleaner if you want and use those as your glass cleaning applicator. Then come back with it with a pair of towels. There's lots of different ways to clean glass the right way. G. Davis, I'm not excited to have an oyster. Dane at the Swim High Aquarium dedication in 2006.
Oh my God.
Oysters are good.
Man.
Yeah. Bill Pearson says, I took a break, but I wanted to say that my detail guards came with rubber sleeves for the feet, and I had to take them off to fit them in my bucket. So there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Co2 says, I just got skunked again. Darn it. When's spring coming?
That's
Lol.
not a good time.
Ugh. Sorry, man. Scott Dayoff, does anyone choose a certain style of music for certain jobs? Examples, ska for clay barring, etc. Oh, that sounds like a good time right there. Do a little skanking.
What sounds like happening out there?
I hear Gabe's cheering the other side there.
What are they doing?
Something's going on.
Yeah, they are way too excited about something.
All right, Brad Hone says, lol, it's not Obsessed Garage. Yeah, right? Alkaline Dan says, fly me out and I'll feature in the ads. There we go. Yeah, we could do that. Well, it's not Obsessed Garage. You must have been watching one of the ads.
Yeah, he was watching the ad.
The nerds were happy. Our talkback system came in.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. Now
So
we'll be able to hear each other better.
Quality stuff.
Very nice.
Good.
Very excited.
That's what we want.
Alex says, anyone reluctant to apply CSL EXO? Don't be. Very straightforward. I don't know why I waited so long to coat my personal car. Amazing to clean and maintain. Listen to TRC. They know what's up. It's so easy.
Thank you.
So easy to use.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Amy says, good afternoon, everyone. Quick question. I applied Bead Maker for the first time, and I noticed what looked like staining from the spray. How do I fix this issue? You sprayed too much. That's what it sounds like. So, honestly, wash the car, respray it.
Well, I mean, you can
Work a panel at a time.
or just give it a week.
It'll go away.
It'll go away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a permanent thing. It'll go away. It'll break down. So, just means that you need to go to lighter next time.
Yeah, the biggest thing that happens with that is when you overspray too much and you let it sit and you don't wipe it up quick enough, it starts to bond. But it's not a strong, heavy bond. It like Anthony says, give it time. Heck, run it through the car wash. You'll be fine if you do
Glass
that
cleaner.
or wash it. Yeah, or glass cleaner, Juan. So it's like,
Well, and that
Clean
first
that
time,
stuff off.
I imagine she was going in with probably the advice originally that we usually give, which is go strong for the first coat and then after.
yeah,
that,
and
go
a lot of
easy.
people do.
So
They'll
that was
spray
probably what
half
happened
the
there.
car,
Yeah.
and then they'll grab their towel and they'll start wiping and drying, and they just don't get to the rest of it in time.
Yeah, you want to make sure you just stick
That's all.
more to like.
If
a
you're doing
panel
it
or two at a
outside,
time,
don't do the
not
whole
further.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work a panel at a time. You'll get it. William Radecki, what wax sealer would you recommend for my long Chicago winter? Hey, try Easy Coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy coat.
Try some Easy Coat.
It's
Be quick,
so
simple,
easy.
probably help out a lot.
And next up.
I'll hang up and wait for my answer. Thank you,
Thank
William.
you, caller.
Take that off.
Take that off the air.
Grant Hawtrey St. Anthony doing the blue steel.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not trying to do the blue stuff. I'm very popular right now.
Oh.
Everybody's been messaging me, asking me how the family is.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, they all want to know.
I want to know.
They picked during the Q&A to do it.
Yeah.
So it's always a story of my life. We got Greg Davis says, when visiting Home to Suites, request the Stonehennon penthouse. It includes unlimited gravy
Oh,
and access to the
no.
top floor pudding dispenser.
Why? Why? Why?
Wow.
Oh, that is
Why?
amazing.
That was written out.
Amazing,
So I just love the Stonehennon penthouse.
For those who don't know, I was almost born Stonehennon instead of Dane Hennon. That could have been very odd.
Stone.
Jeff really wanted to name him Stone.
Well, no, he didn't. And my grandma really
your
loved Stone
grandmother.
Phillips.
Oh.
So she was hoping that I would be named
Do
Stone.
you think if
so
your name was Stonehennon, you would be here today?
I'd probably be in better shape.
Chiseled.
I have to live up to that,
Chiseled
man.
like a
Chiseled
stone.
Oh, what
man.
could have been? Okay. Dan Pfeiffer with Topper equals B&B Slipstream equals OG Drawing Aid.
There you go.
Yep. Deep clean.
I bought the Burks Ghost 14s waterproof, so the Ghost 14 GTX.
Yeah,
Let's see how they will
Gore-Tex.
help me. Good luck with those, man. Hope you're enjoying them.
So comfy. So comfy.
Alkaline says avocado oil has a smoke point of 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually have steak cooked in 6 to 8 minutes before resting. You're absolutely correct that sous vide is set and forget, which is a great strength.
And that's the point with the sous vide that I was kind of leaning on. Is it's just easy.
Well, I'm not here to argue about who can,
Yeah.
who cooks a good meat, right?
We're
I
not
think-
trying
we
to
all
like
know
fight
I'm
or
the best
impress
at
each
it.
other. And
I don't.
This guy will
and
say he's
that's
the best.
thing.
at
I don't
it.
know. So I butcher some. I butcher some barbecuing. Sometimes
Well, you butchered
I also-
sentences earlier. I saw
I've
that.
never butchered barbecue.
So I've butchered barbecuing. I've butchered pan searing. I've butchered a lot of that, right?
I keep a good eye on it. I don't look at my phone. I set a timer. I check temperature.
Yeah. Well, I
a lot of
find that I often sometimes
I take it more seriously than my driving. We'll put it
Well,
that way.
I oversalt my meat sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And some people say you can't really oversalt meat. You can absolutely oversalt
You
meat,
can,
right?
you
Especially
can.
with kosher salt because it's so granular and thick,
and
right?
it's delicious.
But it is delicious,
Put
right?
water in it.
So sometimes you have to, right? To
Yeah.
offset some of the saltiness, you put a little bit more butter in there to add a little
Yeah.
creaminess to it. But I would say, though, for the most part, I like cooking thinner slices of meats just because, or slightly thinner slices.
like some asada.
When I cook the really thick stuff, I mess it up every time. I don't know.
That's where temperature's your friend.
Well, I think that's where I'm messing up my temperature, and that's where I think with a sous vide, I would
Let's see.
be able to.
Though
Do
when we
that.
were in SEMA, we actually took some nice meat.
We did.
It was the first time that I actually ate that kind of rotten meat.
What?
Yeah, the rotten meat.
Rotten meat?
What are you talking
Like
about?
red meat? Is that
Yeah,
what you call it?
it's not
meat?
rotten. It's rare.
What?
Rare meat.
Oh my God, those are so different.
I was like,
wow, look
what?
how rare this is. It's got
So we had
Where'd you
dinner.
go?
We had dinner.
Vegas.
We had dinner with MTM,
Yeah.
and
must
we
be
went
headed
to a
nice.
delicious French steakhouse,
Ooh, that sounds nice.
and we ate steaks and French fries.
That's where
Okay.
that's
Yeah, dude.
where Nate got that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no,
I took a
no, that
picture of
wasn't
my
it.
meat too. No, that's not where Nate got the big T-bone
okay.
steak. That was the night before when we were at Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
But we ate at I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was in the
a French-
Venetian.
it was a French
restaurant in the Venetian, and delicious cut of beef.
Really?
I had the steak and fries, steak and frites, and he had the next one up. You and John and Nate
We
had
got
the
the
next
expensive one.
expensive
Whoa.
steak. But Juan was so full from the night before still, and from the day, he was like, I can't finish all this. And so I took the rest of his steak, because you know me, when we were Prime and Beyond, what did I do?
Jam on it.
Morgan didn't finish her steak
Oh, you're talking when we were in New Jersey.
when we were in New Jersey at
Yeah.
Prime and Beyond.
Yeah.
And-
She didn't know. She didn't finish her steak. Dude, she barely had like 2 bites.
Yeah, and you and I gave that steak at home.
Oh, yeah, we did. We did.
Just took that off her
My-
plate,
that
cut
was
it in half.
That was an
and
insane amount
My
of meat.
point was
Yeah.
on that.
So that's
on
what I
that
did.
Meat.
I did that. Came in clutch for Juan. Picked
Really?
up the other end of his
Yeah,
steak.
that meat was good. That was the
but it
first
was
time
but it was medium rare.
But I
Yeah,
always
but it was
eat my
very
meat
You
well
like it
done,
well, yeah.
well done, which is kind of hard.
Yeah.
So when I eat that meat for the first time, I was like, okay, if I better get this piece of meat, I want to get it like how everybody gets it. So
Yeah.
it was
Medium.
medium. So I was like,
All depends on the cut, man.
and you know
It was
what?
thick and it was very red.
But you know what? It was good. It was for the first time I
dissolves in your
actually
mouth.
eat meat that I was like, oh wow, it
Very flavorful.
wow.
One thing that helps,
I like it now.
thinly slicing it,
Mm-hmm.
right? When it's that rare, when it's rarer than what you're really used to, try thinly
Bloody.
slicing it and see if, you feel like you can enjoy it more, savor it more.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than doing one big.
You're not
thick
chewing
piece.
it, you're not like-
and like
Yeah, it's not
good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a couple
My.
bites. You
It
can
still
almost
tastes-
swallow it.
It tastes kind of.
We gotta-
I'm still not good with it.
Juan in the morning.
yeah.
Wait a second, but you're right here.
No, it's just a different one. It's funny because
different
we
one.
actually got this one confused with this
Yeah,
one.
we
did.
No, no,
like
dude.
2
We thought it was
years.
you for a while.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
thought it was you for a while.
We thought you were just making a
Wow,
clever
for
joke
so
with your
long,
name.
finally got a Q&A live. Hope you're all doing well.
It's been that long.
brought in a 5-liter Green Star. What areas and dilution ratios do you guys recommend for certain jobs? X tires, example tires, bugs, plastics.
You can go 10 to 1
10 to
for
1, man.
most all exterior uses. If you ever need to drop it down to something lower, like engine bay cleaning, you can go 3 to 1. Interiors can be 21. The thing is, Green Star is surprisingly strong. Like it's strong, but it doesn't seem like it because it doesn't smell caustic or anything like that. But keep in mind, 10 to 1 is pretty much going to be a sweet spot. So that'll last you forever. I mean, it'll last you quite some time, especially with 5 liters.
Yep, there you go. Evan, I used 2 towels and I washed them when I got them. Glass is always last, and I use new gloves for glass cleaning. I use G5 1-to-1 with DI water. I shall try again. How'd you wash them? That's the other thing. Did it have fabric softener in it? Did it have a fragrance in
Ooh.
it? Did it? How did you wash those glass towels?
What kind of soap do you use?
Yeah, what kind of soap did you use to wash them with?
Detergent.
So-
Sorry, not soap.
Yeah, detergent. Free and clear is number one, especially with that, because the fabric softener will cause streaking and things that get stuck to the towels. So same with fragrance. Alex says, G. Davis always makes my weeks a little brighter.
It makes all our weeks a little brighter.
Dan says, my aunt wants to keep her truck clean and has some microfiber towels already, but washes them with her cotton towels and wool balls. Do those microfibers need to be kept separate from the new microfiber towel? Yeah, because they're fully loaded microfiber right now.
I do love using those wool balls for
They're
normal
fully
laundry,
loaded.
though.
Cotton. They're like the...
They ran the gamut.
So those microfiber towels I like to call the barroom hero.
Oh, yeah.
They're the one that's getting in there with the cotton towels and those wool balls. We're gonna have ourselves a fight. I'm gonna take everything from you. That's what's gonna happen.
Soaking
And
up
those
some
two
spilled
just get in there
Pilsner
and it's
everywhere.
just a brawl.
Yeah.
A lot of the microfiber's more into the jiu-jitsu, so they're grabbing and flipping and tossing and wrapping themselves around
Was
the
cotton more
towels.
like Krav Maga
Yeah.
or?
Well, the cotton's mostly just the old stand-up boxer.
Oh,
Just
the
gotta twist
pugilists.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
gonna get
Cotton
out there
kind of
and
flails, right?
Yeah.
Kind of goes like that, right?
Yeah.
And then microfiber is kind of like, you know,
gonna get-
wraps
it's gonna-
it around.
it's getting fancy
it's
with
holding,
it.
It's
Yeah.
choking
It's funny
you
how
out,
you
right?
guys are picturing
It's
it,
got
but yeah.
its thighs wrapped
Well, wait a
around
second.
your
Then what's a
neck.
paper towel?
Well, a paper towel just disintegrates when it gets wet.
Yeah.
Just vaporize.
But those wool balls are like the guys that come in at the end, and they're like, they're gonna
The
pop
what?
in.
The what? The
A
what?
wool ball.
balls. Oh, okay.
They're gonna pop in, give a little sucker punch.
Those things are just constantly punching.
Yeah, there's a little sucker punch here and there. That's what they're doing. So yeah, Dan, you want to separate those guys. You know, everybody wants to come at the king. That's what we say,
We got
right?
David that says, "Hey guys, really miss being able to stick around, but you bet I will listen tomorrow morning." Love
Thank you,
guys.
David.
Good on you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hope
Thank
you're doing
you.
well. Thank you for watching yesterday.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Vinny D, what's doing, fellas? Question. Brakebuster is rated as an alkaline 9 or 10, I think. I cut it 5-1. My wheels are coated. Will it or will it not break it down over time? Yes, it will over time, as long as you're not doing what you're doing, which is cutting it. That's what you
Right.
need to be doing. I'd honestly go 10-1. I think you'll be just fine cleaning your wheels at 10-1 dilution all day, every day.
It also depends on how fast you are. Like, you know,
That
are you
too.
pre-soaking? Are you letting them sit
Yeah,
there
sit for a
forever?
long
Yeah.
time.
I mean, like, it's one of those situations where if you're there with a pressure washer or your hose and you're going, bam, scrub, rinse, move on,
Yeah.
it's not going to give it enough time to do any damage or deteriorate that product. So
But it's eventually it's just going to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Yeah.
that's
it's the nature of agitation of wheels
Yeah.
with using cleaners. Graham Marshall says, Stonehennon sounds like a UK landmark.
Kind of does.
That's where
Kinda
that's where
does.
EU Dane came from.
Yeah.
Near the Stonehenge.
Alternate
landmark.
universe
Yeah.
Dane, who we
EU.
saw. We didn't meet him, but we saw him when we were over in the UK.
Yeah.
Interesting fellow.
Roni
Had a lot more
Mines
tattoos than me.
says sous vide is great for the thick meat when you sear it with a torch.
Oh.
And Alkaline Dan says reverse sear is ideal for steaks thicker than an inch. Anthony, give it a try.
So I'm hearing thicker meat is better for reverse. Got it. Okay.
G. Davis says, I'm looking forward to the TRC Hanukkah special, hosted by Next Day Nate and Michael Jordan,
Ooh.
sponsored by Shalom flavored Bang Energy. Evan J says he used rags to riches. Thank you. That's good.
That's the right one.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Try it again. I'm assuming there's something on your
you
window.
put too much.
dirty
Something's
window or
going
too
on.
much. He said it was 5-1 or 1-1, and he's using G5
G5
or G with perfect glass.
perfect glass. Then
1-1.
dilute it.
It's
Dilute
1-1
it.
currently with water.
Well, that shouldn't.
That's what I'm
affect it then.
saying. So hopefully you get it. It's probably a
The
dirty
technique
window.
Is
We
your
gotta-
window, your techniques, and your hands. Like he says, if you're
We're good on
If you're
Yeah.
getting,
Oh, we're good on time.
He has
Okay.
new gloves. Yeah.
shoot. Well, I don't know.
So Han
Show me a
says
video.
Han says Stonehennon kicking on the stairway to heaven.
Oh my God. Stonehennon would have been the high school bully.
Yeah.
You would have been a high school bully, Dane, if you were
I'd have
named
my own
Stone.
podcast called Stone Rolling. Which
You would have the one
sounds
get-
like it's
you
got
would
a
have gotten
whole lot
kicked
of
down the
different meanings,
stairs.
but
Yeah.
Meaning that you would have gotten the one tumbling down. A guy named Dane, a nice boy, would have pushed you down after you hit his
Like a rock down a
binder
hill.
out of his hand too many times. Oh, I hated that stuff when kids did that.
He
Hans
sounds more
closing.
menacing than I think he meant it to sound.
Bye,
Bye, Fire Marshal David.
He's
Okay.
from the Netherlands. He doesn't quite. There's a little bit of a
That sounds very intimidating.
barrier there.
G. Davis says, I hope everyone watched It's Always Sunny last night. I didn't. Sorry, G.
You're welcome.
Picture. You know what I mean? Hans's picture saying bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Fire Marshal.
Joker face. Okay.
Mo Dizzle, what is your preferred method for applying KC? I didn't see what that said. Oh, KC NMS, Nano Magic Shampoo. Foam cannon or in the bucket? Both. We just did that recently last week.
Both. It doesn't put on the foam show that you. I did. I just shot a video on this. It doesn't foam like GSF does, right? So when you foam it, it's not as like satisfying and thick and fluffy. It's definitely a thinner soap when you foam it. However, it's still a good experience. I think in the bucket and the foam cannon, you really can't go wrong. It's just yeah, I would say don't be disappointed by the foam when you put it in the foam kit. That's all I would say, because I felt that way at first, and then I saw the results, and I was like, oh, hey, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's like an avid GSF lover, and then they go to Foam Nano Magic, and they go, I think my soap's old, or I think that there's something wrong, right? Or maybe there's something wrong with my pressure washer. No, it's just not a high foaming surfactant soap.
Daniel Castorena says, how do you all stay in business? The door busters this past week were amazing.
They were. They absolutely were. But at most, we only do those like that one time a year.
That's literally the first time we've ever done that kind of a doorbuster. I will say for us, it's volume and margins.
So we will, based on the conversation, though, I think that we will do something like that again, maybe on another holiday, like another fun doors buster that's like themed, or I don't know, but something where we'll come in at a good price point and make it to where it's obtainable by everybody, and run that for like a day. It just depends on inventory. It depends on how much the quantity that we have of that, and what we can kind of expect for the total volume of orders that we're going to get in for that day. So we'll see, though. I don't know. What would you like to see for a doorbuster? I guess I'm asking.
Throw your
you guys
ideas out.
listening.
We'll have to look again and see what we got.
They're like GSF 5-liter
Yeah.
doorbuster,
Like,
$5. I'm like, I'll buy it. I'll buy some of that.
Alex Duar says, get some new batteries in that Pepsi clock. It's been $5.50 for weeks. We're not in this room. We're in it twice a week. And you're right. It's been the battery's dead on it. So thank you, Alex, for noticing. Evan J, haha, I stumped you all. That's a good one, Evan.
No spring chicken over here.
Yeah. And then G Davis says, Stonehennon has 5 paternity suits in Utah.
That's just Utah.
This is disturbing.
Andy, how damaging, if any, is washing your Rag Company microfiber towels all together, interior, exterior, glass, etc.? I do, however, wash my drying towels separately and only use rag. So that's how I wash mine. I wash all my interior towels together and my exterior towels together. And the ones that I separate are my glass and my coating towels or drying towels. That's really it. So I wash my drying. I wash drying and glass together. That's me.
Yep.
So
Okay.
but yeah, no, you're fine. Very low temp dry. You're right. As long as it's working for you. The biggest issue is if you started to get into a spot where you're using certain dressings and stuff that aren't breaking down properly and they're contaminating other towels. That's when it gets to be an issue. Hans, geez, I was just saying nighty night to Davis. You guys made me a meanie, lol.
It was just the
David.
way you said it, man. It sounded a little scary.
Yeah. Hans,
scared
it's
him.
just we envision it with your accent, and we just think it's more funny than what it really is.
You know we love you.
Alkaline says, Dane, you're correct. That reverse is better for the thicker meat. Less stress for everyone involved. Dane knows his
pressure.
thick meats.
There you go.
He's all about reducing pressure. Grant Marshall, still have the Rag Cobra. Yes, it is
exists.
still over at Jeff's house, hanging out in the garage. It was here this summer. It came by a couple times. We had it in here.
Yeah.
So
Just gotta find the room. All right, we got Greg Davis here. Anthony, fertility package doorbuster.
So it would consist of oysters, right? So
Oh dear.
an oyster people are just buying.
Imagine
They're not alive.
that gets shipped out.
People are getting really
and by
sick,
the time it arrives,
Yeah.
you were
We're
just
like
setting
Valentine's
people
Day
up for
doorbuster.
the worst experience of their
Tony's
life.
Kitchen.
Tony's
Pick up
Kitchen.
some of your own oysters.
Aphrodisiacs. And like,
No.
so, hey,
Warning: these are not cooked and have already died,
my
so you may
ice
get sick.
melted. My ice melted. There was never ice in the first place. So
Eat at your own
yeah,
risk.
be
Oh
careful.
man. Gosh.
New Year's door busting deals, and then we got Alex Barr says, Dane, how are your parents liking the Jag?
I think they like it a lot.
I got to go for riding it this week.
What?
On Tuesday, Jeff and I took the Rag Cobra to our friends at Home to Sweets.
How was it?
So that we
Rag
could,
Cobra or the Jaguar?
we took the
Ragwire.
Ragwire, took that down and went up to the hotel, do a little business, had a business meeting. In the
You
Was it-
feel
Ragwire.
real James Bond?
Was it pretty quick? Did he get on it a little bit for you?
Oh yeah, no, Jeff drives like I do.
Yeah.
He doesn't let anybody think that, but
So what
he
do you
does.
think?
He
What
drives
the
just like I
exhaust,
do.
The crackles and the
That
pops.
was great. It was a lot of fun. We got sideways a couple times going through downtown Boise. He was just showing me some of the drifting features and characteristics. Dane taught him some of these things.
Yeah.
Well,
I said I was very surprised to learn that.
Yeah.
Dane is a very safe, cautious driver.
No, it's
Never-
impressive because he's
never
got
gets
all-wheel
his-
drive, and I have rear-wheel drive, and he's able to kick that rear out anyway. So,
Yeah, he totally did. It was fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time. He just said, "Oh, good to have the power."
And well, it's just nice that that one has the power, and it's just more. The engine is just more capable than what
It
Dane
is.
has because
It's
it's a different it's a
it's-
different engine than what Dane has in his.
Well, it's a
You're
real.
right. There
you
are
gotta
two
remember-
engines
you gotta
that are
remember,
two
though,
different vehicles.
That is a real Jaguar. Dane has what we call a Fox body.
Yeah,
More of
it's
just a
the-
Mustang.
it's the R.
It's a Mustang with a longer
It's
body.
the R badge on Jeff's Jaguar.
It really
that
sets it apart.
Sets it
And
apart,
Dane's
right?
just got the-
I've got one of those.
No,
yours is the old man
Dane,
version.
but yours
You
is
got the Jag car
Yeah,
type
it's
is what it's
yeah.
called. I think something like that.
It's
Man.
the XK. Like it's not an R. It's like an
I think
S.
it's actually like an S type.
Yeah,
is what it
something
is.
like that.
X or an S type Jag.
Those have four doors.
Well, the champagne color for a while was kind of strange. I didn't understand why we had that model.
That's why we got it wrapped.
That's right. I know, but it looks a little better.
Hans Closen says, "Don't let me awaken my dragon tattoo, guys." This is what it comes down to
Yeah.
in the final minutes of the
I love
Q&A.
it.
It
I
gets
love it.
weird right at the
I love
end.
It gets
guys.
weird. Juan's always confused. He never.
Yeah, sorry, Juan.
He's
you
always
have
like-
to sit through all this.
He's like, wait, I thought it was business the entire time. Juan, no, it's never been like that
Yeah.
since the start of
In
Q&A.
fairness,
days.
we have 5 minutes. One had a picture he wanted to share
Oh, yeah.
on
Oh, there
screen.
we
I
have
wanna
it.
make
One
sure
working. Let's
Oh,
show it
look at
up.
that. Yeah.
This is for Aaron, so you can see that. Ragnarok's rules says it's important to stay hydrated. Will there ever be TRC water bottles? That's just one of those many things we may add or may not add to a merch lineup. We'll see. I'll think about what I want to do.
Microfiber koozies. These are getting kind of gross. Everything's sticking to them.
Oh,
Right?
no. They really do absorb everything.
Well, hopefully Nick will find that photo that Juan sent him that we could pull up. But no, I'm super excited. We might be getting ready to shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
We'll go ahead and wipe that. There you go.
That photo
there's
was
one.
that photo was taken by a customer while I was washing the vehicle 10 years ago. That
Man.
was the truck that I started. I still have that truck, and that's how we started doing mobile. You can see the tank, the water tank, the pressure washer, the vacuum,
Yeah.
the air compressor. I mean, it's just and the pressure washer on the bottom.
Look at how much
Man.
snow's coming. It's coming down.
Yeah,
It's coming
that's a
down. And I was
healthy
still
amount.
washing vehicles. Yeah. Yeah.
Is the X3 just
Key is to get all the
randomly
dirt
there, or-
off, right?
Yep.
Keyshore, hey guys, I'm excited for the elimination for the coming year with the elimination for the multiple layer coating now down to one layer, and these reputable brands like Glass Parency, Gion, G-Technic are hitting hard. Right? It's good to see finally all the stuff's getting weeded out.
Yep.
Andy recently experienced dusting with Sonax PF, new foam LC orange pad this summer, no dusting. Has cooler nights, low 40s at night, and product out in the garage causing this.
So
No
recently
idea.
experienced dusting.
Sonax perfect finish.
So
Starting to get
dusting
dusty.
now with cooler weather.
Yeah.
That's odd because you typically think of even more dusting
Yeah.
with hotter weather.
Especially over cycling or heat cycling the product.
I don't know.
It's weird, especially with a new pad. It might
I-
also be old. Perfect finish
Did you
might be
well,
too
make,
old.
but maybe shake up the bottle a ton. I mean, sit
Yeah.
there for a minute and just really
it
shake
might
that
need-
thing
The other
up.
thing you can do is grab some stainless steel ball bearings. Go down to like an Ace Hardware, pick up some ball bearings, throw them in the bottom. Just to help
what
mix.
are your thoughts on using glass marbles or using a marble versus
use
a
a
ball
glass.
bearing?
Either one. It's the same thing.
you
One's
think
metal,
the gl-
one's glass.
Yeah.
The difference is you just have something to help shake and agitate the product up even more.
Anything
So-
you do,
Shaking
Juan?
back and forth.
What was that?
Anything you do?
I don't understand that question. I'm trying to read it. And
The
trying to,
Sonax Perfect Finish. He used
Okay.
Sonax Perfect Finish with a new orange Lake Country pad.
okay.
This summer, he didn't have any dusting, but now that it's been cooler, he's noticing dusting.
Okay. So it's probably he needs to be checking the product.
Yeah, that's
and
what we're
he needs
saying.
to put it into room temperature, the products. Don't
Yeah.
let it cool down. I mean, some products are not made for cold temperatures.
Yeah, they just don't work.
Yeah, don't worry. They will actually get room.
Yeah. G. Davis, Dane's Jag has the very desirable NPM feature.
Thanks. It has other features I don't use either. Would you believe it? That car came with a speed limit you could set for yourself. Why would you ever want to do that?
I don't believe that, Dane.
No,
It
Wow,
literally
speed
says
limit? That's what-
ASL, which
that's
to
what-
me means something very different.
That's what
growing
Dane.
up
That's
as a
what Dane.
millennial.
That's what
But-
Dane said to his mom, so that way she didn't wasn't worried about it.
But what it stands for is automated speed limit, is what it stands for in the car, which is just very strange. Why do you put that there, right next to the sport mode button? Obviously, I'm going to click the checkered flag instead.
Well, we got Alkaline Trio says TRC water bottles would secretly double as O&R foamers. Interesting.
Han says that if that were true, Luke would buy all of them and we'd get none.
I know. Keep Luke and everybody. Keep Luke in your prayers. Hope his sister.
And that's how we should end, is telling people, go ahead, reach out to him. And
he made a post on Facebook. Maybe just leave a comment showing that you're supporting him. And
especially, this is a tough time for that whole family. I can't even imagine what they're going through.
We haven't earned an update, but whatever the case may be, it's it's a rough time.
So
probably a good time, though. Reach out to him.
So I guess transitioning from there really quick. Grand Ambassador applications, 2 weeks opens up. And then that means after those 2 weeks, right, the choosing of the Grand Ambassador of the Year happens.
Yeah. Also,
crazy.
Super crazy. Also, want to put this out on Monday's podcast.
Yeah.
We are going to be releasing the rules to a giveaway that we're going to be doing here that is only available to listeners of the podcast and the weekly Q&A.
Wow.
So those of you guys that have hung out this whole time, we're going to tell you the little bit of what it is for today.
Okay.
Our Thursday Q&A show, the day before Christmas Eve, we're going to announce the winners. And on Monday's show, this coming Monday, we will tell you the rules of how you're going to win. But basically, our friends at Brooks Running are allowing us to give away to two winners your very own choice of a Brooks running shoe.
Their very own choice.
They get to pick. Cool. You're going to get to pick.
Not any shoe.
Any shoe.
So if I want the Auroras, the $200 shoe.
You could get them.
Wow.
As long as they have your size in stock.
Holy smokes.
It's only open to what's in stock and what they have currently on their website. But
it's just crazy to think that everybody is eligible except for Hans Closen.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, technically, it's only, that's the other thing. Yeah, you have to be in the U.S. You do have to be in the U.S., and I do believe you have to be in the lower 48. Sorry, Dan. So
Hans, you just need to work on getting a P.O. box here or something.
So you guys, so we are going to be announcing that on Monday. So we'll have the rules as to how you can win your very own pair of Brooks Running, and we're giving away 2 pairs of shoes. So
well,
we love them so much.
I love it. Guys. Dane, take it away. Take us home.
All right. Well, I want to thank Juan big time for coming in here, helping us with the heavy lifting of answering all these detailing questions and sharing a little bit of all-season detail history. We thought that was pretty fun. All that snow, it is happening, guys. I imagine, people are running into it right now. But, that's what the Q&A is here for. Keep asking questions. We'll keep providing answers. So thank you for watching, for listening, if it's sometime in the future. And, of course, I am going to ask, please, click the like button. It helps us out, gets us in front of more people. And the other way you can get us in front of more people, subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends. Anybody interested in detailing, this is kind of the deal. Let them know when it happens. And oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, Alex. I was having a bit there, but
sorry, that comment is just so good. That top comment, Dane.
There we go, Alex. Alex, we love you, buddy. Just hang in there. You just enjoy those shoes the normal way. All right.
You have a beautiful country, so
that is it. So thank you so much. We'll catch you next week on the Rag Company podcast channel for the Rag Company podcast. So take care. Have a great weekend.
Hasta luego.
See ya.